Where should I look? This
What's up,
camera.
everybody? Shawn here with another live Live to Roll. This week, we have a whole bunch of awesome guests, and we're all going to be hanging out. Little smoke sesh 420 celebration today. So this is going to be a
Yeah.
cool special show. We'll do a round of quick introductions, and then we'll get into just some other better questions and cool stuff. So I'm Shawn, C5, C6 quad from a snowboarding accident 17 years ago. I guess Tom, you want to take it away, and then we'll send it to
Heck
Ricky.
yeah. Me and Shawn hanging out with a bunch of pretty ladies today, a couple of lucky guys on 420. Thanks, ladies, for joining us. And a happy 420 to everybody out there. I'm Tom. I'm sure, as all of you know, any newbies out there, I'm a C5, C6 quad. I've been paralyzed for 24 years. And yeah, so now I'm going to toss on over. Brianna, can you introduce yourself?
Hello, guys. Thank you for having me here today. I'm so excited. My name is Brianna. I was injured 5 years ago. I was wrongfully shot in my car, and the bullet lodged into T12, fracturing L1 through L5.
All right.
Do I pass it, or are you guys going to call somebody? Oh.
That's good. Nikki and Ashley, you
Yeah,
want to
sure.
do a quick one?
Thank you, Ashley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're Nikki and Ashley. I'm a T6 paraplegic. Yeah, and I'm a C for quad. From a car accident. Yeah, from a car accident, and from Chicago.
Awesome.
Awesome. And last but certainly not least, Alice and Amanda, the Rolling Stone crew. Can you guys introduce yourselves?
I love everybody in this
I
room.
love everything.
Everything that's happening is fantastic. So I'm Alice. I was born with cerebral palsy in 1986, and I run Rolling Stone. I am Rolling Stoned.
I am.
And this is my wife Amanda.
I'm Amanda. In 2010, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and so here we are. I mean, I also run Rolling Stone.
You also do, yeah.
We do the thing.
And rocking the Live to Roll hat. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the time. I remember meeting Alice at the Abilities Expo at the Live to Roll booth. And
Yes.
she rolled up and was like, yo, I need to get one of these hats. And we started talking, and it was like,
And then I
Rolling
stole
Stone, let's go. Here we are. Like over a year
Yep.
later. It's crazy.
Yep, I have my own hat now. It's
Cool stuff. So we're talking marijuana today, and it's perfect because it is 420. For anybody out there that doesn't know, it's a little unofficial stoner holiday for anybody that likes to partake in ganja, probably more recreationally than medicinally. But it does have uses for both, and I think we're all probably in the department of using it a little bit for both. So that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about weed. And if it's all right, Shawn, I'm just going to get it started before we get too stoned and fall off track. We're talking about how we all like to smoke and how we all do it day to day. You know, like how our disability affects like how we smoke. You know, what we do to overcome that stuff. So first off, how long have you guys been smoking weed? And Shawn, you're a part of this, so we're gonna get started with you, bro.
Okay. So I started actually. I didn't start smoking when I was very young. I started when I was like 19, like a little bit after high school. I tried it once or twice in high school, but just didn't really. I don't know. I just didn't really go. I didn't go for it. And then so I did it a little bit for the first couple years, and then when I got hurt, I kind of stopped for a while, and then I realized quickly after like a couple months into my injury, like all the benefits that it actually was giving to me after my injury. So I started smoking again and became a regular smoker again, and yeah, that's been 17 plus years, or really since I was 19 though. So
Okay.
it's been a while, 20 years now almost.
How about you, Brianna? How long have you been partaking?
I started in high school as well, so maybe about more than 10 years ago. And it was more for like fun on the weekends, stuff like that. But I also fell more in love with it, I think, after my injury and when it was really like helping me and benefiting me so much in my everyday life. That's where my love for it really came in.
Cool. All right, let's see. Alice and Amanda, why don't you guys go next?
Go.
So yeah, I didn't discover that cannabis could help me and start smoking it regularly until I was about 22. I'm 34 now, which is kind of nuts because I totally could have used it growing up with spastic diplegia cerebral palsy, for God's sake. So basically now it helps me with energy because I'm in a constant state of busy in my body. So it helps with energy, and I'm not on any pain medication. Cannabis is my main source of pain medication. So, I mean,
Very,
not that
very
I didn't
cool.
try the other pain medications, I did, and they didn't work for me. So, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing.
What did I do? I tried in my freshman year of college, and I got a 1.8 GPA. So I had to stop because otherwise they were gonna kick me out. So that was better. And then I met you in 2013, and that's when I started. 'Cause it was making me feel better. So again, like Brianna, yay!
Yeah, and it helps with it.
Yeah.
It's your main source of just getting through all the day to day, the day with MS, which is debilitating and
Lots of nerve pain.
exceedingly painful.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
And how about our Chi-Town crew, Nikki and Ashley?
So for me, I think that we've always had like I guess marijuana around us, but I didn't start getting into it more and like until college, and then that was more just like socially. It wasn't really like it was more like fun to get lit, and then after my injury, I don't know, for some reason I just thought I could not smoke again. I don't know why, stupid, but then
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I had also like Alice got off my pain meds, but it was because in therapy I was falling asleep so much. Like they were just like putting me out, and then I was like, wait, maybe I should start smoking again like I used to, and but instead of like socially do it like as a medication, and it has really helped. Like I'm only on one medication now, and I really don't like pills, and it doesn't for me. I like to like function with it and like use it to sleep. So yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
And then for me, I didn't really ever really smoke before I became disabled, and then you did an edible with me once. Yeah, I did an edible.
That one time. She remembers.
Yeah, but never really felt the benefits like I do now. Like before, I would be like, I don't really see what the point is. And like, but like, yeah,
Interesting.
no treatments.
You
but
didn't
just
need
didn't
it.
really. Now I actually feel the benefits, and it helps me eat with my appetite. Helps with my pain. Yeah, it helps me with like everything.
Existing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, my story is kind of like similar to your guys's. I grew up around it. My parents, like my dad's used medicinal marijuana my whole life, and so I've been around it. I didn't really like realize like kind of the taboo like surrounding it as much like growing up, just because it was like very casually like used. And my parents are like very functional members of society. You know, that like both work full time, raising three kids and stuff. It wasn't like the typical like stoner stereotype.
Yeah.
You know, they're like liking a lot of reggae music, and, you know, being kind of hippies. But I grew up around it, so there was very little stigma other than I was just really against smoking. I was like, I don't want to put anything in my lungs. Like, I always like just struggled respirating like regularly and stuff. I was like, I don't want to go down that path. But I did try it one time when I was 16. I had the house to myself and nobody was home. And, I like took some of my dad's weed and like smoked a little bit of it. I think I got found out because the only food available were chocolate chip cookies, and my mom baked the first dozen, and I ate them all.
You're like,
Yes.
best cookies I've ever had.
But I didn't touch it afterwards because I coughed so bad, and it was just like my first time, and I was like, you know, like that first high is never really like that, you know, the good one. And I didn't try it again until I was 22, with a buddy who like helped me like smoke off his pipe. He was like, just take a baby hit. And I got baked for the first time and like listened to some good music and like was hanging with my homies. I was like, yeah, this stuff is cool. And that day, I ordered a vaporizer.
Hell yeah.
I got this like, it's called the Da Vinci Ascent, and it was a dry
You're like
herb vape. that's portable, and it like became kind of like my go-to, like what I used. Now I do more of like the oil vapes, just because they're so freaking convenient, easy, and you don't have to pack the bowl every time and stuff. But I do have a packs that I really love, and I'm a big proponent of that, just because it's really easy on the lungs. You put it at a really low temp, and you just like sit there and cheep on it for a little while, and barely know you get baked, because you just like it's so like easy on the chest. Um, but I've since kind of grown into more of like a cannabis user. So I smoke a lot more now too. Um, but yeah, it's kind of been my weed journey. Thanks, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Shout it
It's
out.
the weed dance.
But similar to the, you know, first I just was doing it with the homies. Like I was just like, hey, but then I noticed like it took all my spasms away. Like I've never been a big fan of like pain pills or narcos or anything, but pain is something that has like jumped into my life like the last few years, and it's really been like a saving grace being able to use that just to, like take the edge off and allow me to keep working and doing my thing. I do notice that I'm not super productive when I'm super high, so like same thing, school and work. Like I gotta moderate myself,
How to act like
but I
life
think that's
support.
super important using cannabis and anything like this. Is moderation is key. You
Yeah,
know,
don't, let's not overdo it.
Yeah.
um, but the biggest benefits. And we'll kind of segue to the next question for you guys is, what are some of the medical benefits? Mine is like pain management, and then takes away spasticity, big time. That's probably like the best part about it is like it just takes all my spasms away. And if I'm having a really bad day, like I can take a couple puffs and be like, psh, just chilling. My body's relaxed. So that's like probably the biggest medical use. Ruby, how about you guys? And anybody, feel free to
Yeah, we
jump
kind
in.
of touched on it earlier, but if any,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
when,
think for me, it's like my pain for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I also in my accident broke my, what is this called? Whatever it's called.
Clavicle,
Sternum.
Collarbone,
oh wow,
sternum,
sternum.
clavicle.
Sternum, and then my ribs on my right side, like really bad.
Yeah.
And the pain, like from all of like all that, is painful every single day. So for me, like a little smoke, like at least twice a day, will like last me for the day, and I
Sweet,
feel like I
sweet.
can function. But it makes me productive. Like when I'm in pain all day, it's not fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't be
Yeah.
productive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I like also like think there's like a certain element to like help maintaining like good mental health. Like I know like people do a lot of stuff, like pharmaceutical stuff to, help with, like anxiety or, like stress and like other like life issues. But I'll tell you what, like if I'm like, and I don't some
man.
as much as like I know some people do, but when I am really frizzed out, like my brain is going a mile a minute and I can't like just slow it down. Like if I take a couple puffs, like it can really help just slow my brain down. I can process my thoughts better. Like it helps take away like that heavy weight in my chest, that's like kind of making it hard to breathe and stuff. Yeah, there you go. So maybe you guys could talk about that a little bit if it helps you guys in that respect.
It does. Oh, me?
Yes, you.
I have complex PTSD because I was abused as a child, and so every now and then I go down into that not so nice place, and she'll go, "You need to go smoke," and I'm like, "Yeah, I do," and then I feel better.
You do.
Yeah.
So and I can come back out and be fine and
And
happy
it's literally
or
just
whatever.
like helps you like shift where your brain is in that moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just get
yeah,
out of that kind of scary
Exactly.
space and just into a different one. And it's just like you said, a
Exactly.
reset, big time. Big
Yeah,
time.
because I definitely do both. I have both the physical and mental benefits because sometimes
yeah.
it's my body that's just like all day. Like I'm getting nerve pain, spasms are insane, so that relieves that. Other days I'm just stressed, irritated, whatever it might be, something frustrated, whatever it
Yeah.
is. It also can relieve that too. Like it's just like it really is my go-to for
You
everything.
spend 2 hours on the phone with the insurance, fighting for your
Oh,
basic like
you need
health,
a
Girl, we
whole
your
know.
human
afternoon.
rights
We
and health
know, we
rights. Let
know.
me
We
tell you
know.
what,
It's
it
okay.
really helps take the edge off after you're like all
Yes,
stressed
stuff
out
like
and
that.
emotional when you
Yeah.
get
You
off the
take the hit
phone.
before and then after when you're like, I need to kill all of them. All of them.
I always do that before I make those health calls. I'm like, Ashley, I
Yeah,
need to
like
smoke real quick, and then I'm gonna
It's,
make these phone calls.
Yeah, that is
I'm gonna smoke
exactly what I'm
after.
talking
Yeah,
about with the
It's all
mental.
gonna be
absolutely.
and
Well,
we
time to grow long enough the whole time while you're smoking.
puff in
and
between.
I touched on this a little bit earlier, but what's your guys' favorite way to smoke?
I have been smoking since 2009.
We all know it's a bong.
Yeah,
Nice.
for
Yeah.
hands.
Everybody knows it.
Everybody knows.
That's me too.
And I've medicated in lots of different ways because there's so many different ways that Tom. Sometimes I've had a vaporizer, at times. But really, I think the heart of me, because like my body is always spastic and always tired and like in pain. There's nothing that beats just a log, a good Canagar basically that I could smoke, that I could puff on all day with like a
Yeah,
mixture of like concentrates
Of
and
whatever I
flour,
decide to put in there.
the whole shebang. That's
yeah,
what kind of just lasts me all day, and that's what I smoke. Plus, when you have a really cute wife that rolls them for you, it's a little extra added magic.
That's why they call me hands.
Yeah.
Well, that's
But
definitely.
yeah, that's probably, or a tarantula would just concentrate wrapped around a joint.
Yeah, I was gonna say I see you smoking the tarantulas all the time on Instagram. So
Yeah,
I do that
I
too.
do like the special mix of flour and concentrate because I think it gets to everything that I really need.
yeah, so I typically do smoke. I'll go real quick, I guess, just 'cause on the concentrate thing. So I like flour a lot, but I like once I hit like afternoon, dinner, evening time, I need to start putting concentrates on there for sure. So
Yep.
like I
There's
need
always
like that
fish on
mix.
there.
The combo of the concentrate and flour is really like what I enjoy because I like taking dabs and doing straight concentrate, but it's not the same. I like the both. So
Yeah,
The cannabis sandwich.
The cannabis
again,
sandwich
yeah.
is how it's called.
All
yeah. No,
day.
I like J's too, especially when you can mix strains. Like I love
Yeah.
like a good
I love a
indica
good joint.
sativa like mix or something like nice hybrid mix. Another medical benefit I wanted to
Pulled out all
touch
the
on.
fixes.
It's not talked about too much, but I think it's an important one, especially for all the adults out there who might be doing adult things. But cannabis is a vasodilator, so it opens up your blood vessels and helps increase blood flow, and it can really help during sex um, with a partner or without. It can help your body like sensation, like help like the nerve sensation stuff. It's just a lot of added benefits. I don't hear it talked about as much, but I have talked to several people about it that have like had a better time. Just exploring like different things and stuff using cannabis and like being intimate. And like you said, doesn't require a partner. It's a nice thing. You could try it out yourself too. Just see how your body reacts, see if there's any difference. But it's just something I didn't want to touch on since it's an important thing for everybody, and it can be a benefit, I think, especially if you kind of struggle with that area. Something else to try.
For sure. Yeah, that is good advice. And then, does anybody else have any other good medical benefits that help? I know we kind of touched on several, but
Most.
Yeah, I think you guys touched on a lot of the ones that I use as well, but I think the main thing is being able to eat. I was able
yeah,
to get off a lot of my medications, which was affecting my taste buds. In the beginning, it was just so hard for me, and I talked about it on the Rolling Stone blog because when I asked about it, because it was such a big moment once I was hungry again and I could taste my food, all because I started smoking. And it was like almost a moment where I felt like crying. And it was like touched my heart because I didn't know, and the doctors didn't know if it was going to be something that I would enjoy again,
Yeah.
if the nausea was going to go away. They were giving me different medications on top of the medications, and it was just making me worse. I was so nauseous all day long, and I was still in pain, and I was still so exhausted. And I think that changed everything for me. It helped me be able to sleep through the night. It helped relax me. It helps with my mental. It helps in different aspects of my life. You can use different amounts, different, different types, whatever it is. And I think it's really helpful.
Yeah. And, like different amounts, different. That's what I love about it too. We were talking about like how we like to smoke. Like if I am like struggling and like I smoke during the day, like I can't do the bong. Like bong is kind of a rare thing for me. Like I'll do that like with my homies, like if I'm hanging out with my sister or something. But the bong will wreck me for the day. Like I'm just not functional after that. If it's like the end of the day, for sure. But if I do it too early, it's just too heavy a high. But that's why I love vaporizers, because I can still be pretty functional and like go about my day and like not look like totally zoned out or zonked out or anything, because I can control it so effectively with the vaporizer. Like I can do like a really low temperature vape. I can just like, even if it's an oil vape, like just take one little puff, just to like get some of that body effect, and that like with like very mild like head high, like I'll be fine. So how I smoke definitely depends on time of day. If I have stuff to do, stuff like that. And yeah, but I gotta say, my favorite way to smoke is probably just like a nice J. Like nothing beats it.
Yeah.
And the blunts. I like blunts too. The Canagar for sure. But the only problem with it is like after like a couple of hits off that, I'm like too much.
And I gotta shout out Tom right now again, because I went and hung out with Tom one time, just us two chilling. We didn't have a piece, and he's like, "Oh, I can roll a blunt." It's like, "You can roll a blunt?"
Wow.
And Tom rolled us a blunt. It was a big fat blunt too. The thing was like a freaking full
Nice.
cigar,
Hell
like
yeah.
half-inch thick. Like it was a beast. But Tom rolled it up and we smoked it, and it was awesome. So yeah,
That is
Tom
super
is
cool. I would
legendary.
love to see a video because rolling
You're an
hard.
honorary hand.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't roll. I can do a lot of stuff as a quad, but I can't do that. So
Yeah, that dang.
Well,
Tom, how long did
Jay.
it take you to learn?
So I did it. I had some weed and I wanted to roll a couple blunts to take to a concert with my buddies. And one Saturday, I literally I have a little cutting board that I used to cook that I set on my lap, and I had the cutting board and I had my little knife and my blunt splitter, and just was like, all right, let's do this thing. And it took me like 3 hours the first time to roll 2 blunts. But when I did it for Shawn, it only took like 45 minutes. And like with a little surface, and I can't do J's until recently, thanks to Alice
The
and
auto.
Amanda for rolling stuff with the auto, which we will get to shortly.
Yeah, I got that thing set up right here.
And I got mine to use it on the pod too. But blunts are nice because the the blunt wrap is kind of preformed. I like Dutch Masters, like that's my favorite brand. And just like they're really like, it's like good tobacco. It's not mixed with a bunch of stuff. It's all natural. And when you split it, it stays super formed in like its little cylinder. So you can pack it, and then all you got to do is just get it over the lip, and like get enough to like kind of wet it and get it stick together. And patience is the key. Just go slow, and yeah. So it's like I can definitely like my little quad flex.
No, that was
But
awesome.
thanks to a cool gadget, the Banana Bros. And I want to shout out. We'll show you guys this device, but it's a weed mill, so it's an auto grinder. It's like an automatic grinder, and it comes with an attachment that fits like a pre-roll cone that you can buy at a smoke shop for like $1, and it magnets to this crazy device that holds the cone, and you just hit the button, and it grinds the weed into the cone, and it like forms like a little pre-roll for you. And it's so awesome. I just took it out to my families for the weekend, and I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna roll you guys a J." And my dad was like, "What?"
Yeah.
And I broke out the whole setup and showed him. He was like, "Oh man, that's so cool!" So it was awesome. So now I can do joints.
I actually just did my very first J. I rolled and smoked it on my own, and I filmed it. It's on the channel already. It's the Auto Bros unboxing.
Yes.
I posted it last
I
week.
like it.
So if anybody does want to check that out, the video's up there.
It's not like
It's
passing
how a
out to everybody.
quadriplegic opens up a box and goes through shit. So, but it was cool. It was fun. The
Oh,
thing is
good.
awesome.
And
All
it's
right,
4 o'clock right now.
let's. I
I'm
was gonna
gonna.
say let's do Brianna's few questions real quick because she had a couple just cool stoner questions for us, and then let's get to a smoke session. We'll just kind of play some games.
I'm gonna grab my bong and start to get my stuff ready.
All right, sounds good.
I'm wanting to like get it ready and like grind up and pack a bowl on
It's
the
already
pod. Just
ready.
so everybody could see, that we're not faking
Nice.
this.
Amanda's
We
got
can actually do it.
It's
But I'm glad you
already
guys are ready to go. I'm
You
gonna
guys-
just grab my
Me too,
stuff and I'll be back in 1 second.
Okay,
cool.
sounds good. Alice and Amanda, what would you guys say that your favorite strains are?
Oh gosh.
Gelato,
Yeah, that's
wedding cake, cherry kush. I'll
Okay.
tell you right now.
She came out with those pretty
they
quick
do
too.
a lot
She's
of pain.
Yeah, gelato's is the best one in my opinion.
interesting.
You would agree, Alice?
Yeah, I like Blue Dream.
Oh, that one.
Again, a lot of my issues are with exhaustion, so I do like sativas. Yeah, Blue Dream. Any kind of OG. I tend to like stuff that's not messed with too bad, like lamb spread.
Super long.
I don't know. I also really like fruity strains. It doesn't really matter like the names of all these different strains. Like the important part is if you smell it and you like the smell, then go with that. Always trust your
That's
nose.
what I do.
That's good advice. I'm down with that.
I'll just smell
Yeah,
it.
I love that advice too, because sometimes
That's the
people
nose.
can get caught up on the strains, and for me too, it's kind of one of those things that I'm more of a. It depends on the type of day. I'm more of a smoke what's there type of person as well. But
Yeah.
when I do decide I want sativa mainly, and if I don't like the way that it smells, then I'm probably not going to smoke it, or get in on that sesh, and I only buy stuff that I like or is going to interest me. And like my whole heart just like starts glowing when I open my jar and I smell it. I don't know if you guys get
And
that
it
feeling
comes
too,
out.
but I love that. Yeah. How about you, Nikki and Ashley? Do you guys have any favorite strains?
I don't know if I have a favorite strain, but let me think. I don't know if I have a favorite strain as much as I know that I like indicas. I'm always like high energy, and sometimes I need to like chill out. So I like to smoke to like chill, and I still feel like good enough, and I'm not doing too much on my body.
Mm-hmm.
But also lately I've been dabbing into like edibles a lot because I do take a lot of smoke breaks just because that's hard. And so I take a lot of breaks for myself just because sometimes I start feeling it and I'm like, need to slow down for a little. So edibles for me has been kind of like a game changer with I just have to it's been like you have to eat before you take an edible. I've wasted a few edibles, I've learned that. Just like little things, and I know like when to take it because they do take longer to hit. So like you really have to plan out edibles compared to when you smoke flower. So
I would really recommend edibles out there for anybody that's thinking about getting started, especially if they're a little trepidatious about the smoking part. Now, it is a different high. The way the cannabis goes into your system, it's like processed by your liver and stuff. It's like a longer dispersal process. It's a different high because it's like actually different, like, molecular reaction happening to the THC. Very similar, but it is slightly different than smoking. I think we're all maybe bigger fans of smoking here, but the reason I say for newbies is there's some really incredible low dose edibles that are out right now in the dispensaries, like 5-10 milligram little gummies and stuff, tinctures, mouth sprays, little breath mints that super low dose. A lot of them are like CBD THC mix, so they can be really good for you if you aren't looking for like a super psychoactive effect, which can kind of like come along with edibles. And I've taken some recently that I've been big fans of, so that's kind of why I'm just shouting it out. Just like the low dose gummies, like there are some really cool brands out there. So keep an eye out if you're thinking about it.
Yeah, and I just also want to mention for anybody listening is that if you'll listen, we all have different types, there's different strains, there's so many different ways to experiment with marijuana. So don't just write it off. Let's say you try smoking and it just didn't hit you the same, and now you're against weed and you just don't feel like there's any benefits for it. And I feel like that prevents a lot of people from keep on from trying it. Yes. Thank you. My words are everywhere today. Yeah, for sure. And so, just try different things, try different dosages, try different strains, and it can be hard, but find somebody that you trust to try these things with. And then once you do find your dosage, you're going to love it. It's a game changer. It honestly is, Yeah. So Ashley, how about you? Are you the same way with strains?
Yeah, I haven't really found like a favorite strain. I'm still kind of learning like what strains I like. If there even is like a certain strain that I like, but I definitely love smoking out of a bong. Like that's when I feel
Yeah.
the best for me. The bongs or edibles.
Nice.
I do love
Yeah,
this.
edibles can be tricky for me for some reason. It's like unless I'm trying to like really go to sleep, I don't really like to mess with them as much. Only for me personally is because I don't like feeling that like big high punch all at once. I feel like it makes me just like kind of go into a paranoid spiral a little bit. So I have to be
Gotcha.
very careful, and it honestly gives me anxiety almost thinking about eating an edible when I'm not in those settings because I wonder if it's going to hit me that way or not. And so I just like rather play it safe. I can smoke all day, but with edibles, it's a little bit more riskier for me. So unless I'm really trying to knock out, take away my pain for the night, I don't really eat them too much. But like we said, everybody's really different. How about you, Shawn? What's your favorite strains?
So my favorite strain, like number one strain, is SFVOG. I'm kind of like an
Yeah.
yeah, I'm kind of an OG purist. SFV being like
I have
the
some of
OG, like OG from back, like yeah, I don't know. But so I don't like I do. I mean, there's a lot of good exotic strains that they have crossed and done stuff like, and
Yeah.
like a lot of the cakes and stuff are good. I like and things, but I actually don't like too fruity of stuff like Alice. You like I actually really like OG, like cushy,
I
like I
just want
want
it
it to
to
smell
taste
like a skunk or like coffee or like a piney like like that like wow
And so you
like
like
you can
pine?
smell it like you can smell it in the bag in somebody's pocket across the room when they're like sitting in it.
yes.
Like, I love
It smells so good.
that.
Love it, love that. How about you, Tom? Do you have a favorite strain?
Yeah. Uh,
All of them.
Sativ, Jack Herrera, all the way.
Ooh.
Ooh.
It's just
Good
like
one.
the best head high I've ever had.
A nice OG
It just puts
strain.
a smile on my face. Like it melts away all my spasms. I'm just like
Makes you all
happy.
giggly and
Yeah,
yeah.
just
Yeah,
happy.
that's a good one.
Yeah, and it's like just one of my OG strains. Like it's the first one I ever smoked. Like it's my favorite. And then the other one is this isn't. It's designer. It's not available because it's actually one of my dad's, and it's a mix between Northern Lights and Cherry OG. And he's been
Ooh.
it's just like a cross breed that he had, and he got some seeds from it. And he's been growing it for a couple of years, and it's really good, gnarly,
It
sticky
sounds like a
outdoor
good cross.
weed, and it's like just very homegrown. It's like really legit. Like it's really organic and like outdoor, and it's grown with a lot of love. My parents like to sing and talk to their plants a lot, so they put a lot of love into it, and it's just like
Yeah,
homegrown
it's
stuff.
mental
So
cannabis
it's kind of extra
blend.
special just because it's like nice and it's like homegrown. It's not like anywhere. I know where it's from. I know the soil that it was grown in. Like there's just something nice about that. But
Absolutely.
yeah, those are probably two of my favorites. And
Yeah,
the
those
name
are
of
nice.
that, the current name
Very
of that
good pick.
strain is P3. That's the current iteration. So feeling some P3, feeling some Jack Herrera. But I'm definitely a sativa smoker, a big time sativa smoker. Like Blue Dream um, is probably one of my favorites too. And just love a really good sativa.
Yeah, yeah, same. I love sativa. Only because I
Just get the,
just am so tired all the time and I do not like that
Yep.
feeling. Some
Same.
people like it. They really do like enjoy the more subtle feeling, but I just cannot do it.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I love a good indica late at night, but it's just too
Yeah.
heavy for me during the day.
Indica
Even in the
all
evening,
day.
like I don't want to fall asleep like 45 minutes after I
Yeah,
smoke usually.
definitely.
So, and if I smoke indica, I'll definitely feel those tired eyes.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
what-
So moving on, Shawn, what would you say that your 3 favorite stoner movies would be?
Okay, so
Ooh.
this one is hard for me because I have so many favorite stoner movies.
Yeah.
But I'll give you quick three that I'm gonna go off of right now. I'll go with Pineapple Express, The Big Lebowski, and Super
Hmm.
Troopers. Those are my
Oh,
three
nice.
right now. I'm going.
Yeah, Super Troopers.
Uh,
How about you, Nikki and Ashley? Do you guys have some favorite stoner movies?
So I was really thinking hard about this question, right? Because I'm not a movie person. So I was like, I could say YouTube. Like I watch the most random stuff on YouTube when I'm like at my good high. Like I actually always like, what the hell are you watching? I watch like just crime
You go
stuff
down
to
that
like
rabbit hole.
yes, and then I'm like, yeah, just all these different things. MLM,
Hey yo,
MLM.
shout out the Banana Bros. Sorry to interrupt, ladies. I just wanted to say I'm about to use it. So if anybody wants to look at the little weed mill, I'm just going to be doing this in the
The
background.
little weed mill.
Oh, so
Okay, sorry to
real
interrupt.
quick, yeah, that's
No,
like
no.
one of our sponsors is the Auto. So when we
yeah,
first started to do Rolling Stone, they set us up with like a little talk show, and that's how we started up with our website. So I'll try and get everybody here in Auto. I'm gonna try my
yeah.
best because I
No,
love you all.
they're really awesome. The cover that was really cool for them even just to send.
They're amazing. The coolest thing that I can't get over is like how like engineered it is. They have this little magnetic cap on the bottom that like you can just pick up with the grinder afterwards. So
Yeah,
like none of your weed falls
yeah.
anywhere. It's so cool. It's like super quad friendly. It's like very like engineered. And to show you guys
Yay.
the little result, like I just hit it. Like these were a couple like full nuggies. And
Hold
I
on,
don't
let
know
me
if you
make you
can
big, Tom.
see it,
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
but
hold
it's
on, hold
like
on. I
it's like
got.
fully
Here we
ground
go.
up. Wait, nope,
Oh,
that way. There we
yeah.
go. Fully ground up, like awesome. And if you want to see it super close up, check out the Rolling Stone Instagram. And there's like 100 videos you can watch of like this thing
Yeah.
up close and in action.
Yeah, no, for
So
sure. And
yeah, whatever.
today we have
Go ahead.
a
Code?
a code, yeah,
Coupon code.
a coupon code. So just type in Rolling Stone in their website, and if you wish to get
If you
one,
want
you have a
one.
code. But
I
I'm
will
gonna
make
Yeah,
sure
it's
to
called
try
the
and
add that
download
to
auto.
it.
the description right after too.
It's called the
But
Auto Mill OTTO, and it's by the company called Banana Bros. The Banana Bros. And
The
really
banana
awesome company.
bros.
So if you guys are thinking
A
about
really
spending
awesome dude.
money, like a really good spend that you'll be able to use and utilize and make your life a little easier, yeah, definitely go and give them some love.
Super cool, super cool. I don't remember whose turn it was. Who were we talking
It was
about?
Ashley, Nikki, and Ashley.
Ashley. Ashley, what's your favorite movie?
Your stoner movie. You're a weirdo. You're gonna say, I know what you're gonna say. I'm gonna say it for you. But she's gonna say, "This is why we don't watch TV together when we're stoned." One Tree Hill.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
That's her favorite
That's
thing to watch
all
stoned. I get
I
it.
like it.
I get it.
I like it.
No,
How's your
it's annoying. Well, I need to watch it today. I want to make it beautiful. Wow, I know what I'm doing after this class.
Get high and
So
go
funny.
watch
How about you, Alice and Amanda? What are your favorite stoner movies?
Flat out the gate is Dazed and Confused.
Yeah.
That's my
Every
number
day of
one
the-
too. Yeah.
That and Friday.
That and
I
Friday.
love Friday.
Yeah. It's just, yeah, you just can't really beat Dazed and Confused because it's just like and I remember watching it as a kid, like totally inappropriate.
Yeah, you should.
But it
Same.
was like in our house.
Yeah, I watched it.
And plus, I just like period pieces, like, you know.
Plus,
It's a good period.
Yeah, for
Ben
sure.
Affleck, I think, is in his true form.
Yeah,
Just-
Ben Affleck is in his
Richard
true form.
Linklater,
Giant ass.
early Matthew McConaughey. You just can't beat it.
that
No.
was his first movie.
They
just-
found him
Yeah.
in a Texas bar, which
Yeah.
doesn't surprise
They
me.
found him in a bar and they said, "You're gonna be in our movie."
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Alex can nerd out right now because we
With all-
like probably read a lot. We read a lot about these movie facts, but I like watched a little documentary about how they made that. And dude, they literally like casted one summer and went back the next year and like lived with these people and like shot in their hometown for like 3 months and stuff. Like, I think you could feel that in the movie. Like, I think it's so cool. Like, it's such like that vibe, like that hometown feel. It's so cool.
Yeah.
I'd be a
Definitely.
little worried watching the kids get chased with paddles, but
Yeah, that's
I'd be
a
like,
little,
it's just a movie.
that's a little homoerotic.
That's a
I know
little weird.
we're a little woke today. That might not be all
I
right.
don't know
the-
why we had to do that.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. Those are some great movies.
I gotta say though, the ladies hazing the girls in that movie is pretty hardcore too.
I don't understand the mustard and the ketchup and all this stuff. I'm just like, what did that do for you?
Yeah. But it used to be a thing. They did away with hazing my freshman year in high school. So I was like, ooh.
All right, who's next, or what's your
I don't
next
wanna
movie?
We're gonna go to the next one. Well, I would just have to agree with all you guys. I love fighting movies. I love Seth Rogen movies. I love like Ted and Knocked Up, all those kinds of things.
For the nerds out there,
Ted makes me
get
laugh
baked
so
and watch
hard.
some really awesome anime. Any Ghibli movie, any anime movie.
I feel pressured.
They're awesome baked.
So Nicole,
I feel
who would you say if you could hang out and smoke with one celebrity stoner, who would it be, alive or dead?
Oh my god.
I don't know.
What question is that, Brianna?
Blame Shawn. This is all Shawn,
I
guys.
thought that would be a fun question.
Question. I don't know.
If you want,
I don't know. Mine would be like Snoop Dogg.
I was gonna say Snoop Dogg too. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Or the
Yeah.
dude from that played Steve Urkel. The dude that played Steve Urkel. Yeah.
That's true, because he just launched his own cannabis brand.
Jaleel White.
Did he?
Jaleel White.
Interesting.
I got 3 people.
Cool.
Albert
How about you,
Einstein.
Tom?
Albert Einstein,
Nice.
because
Oh,
I think
Was
he
he
would
a
just
stoner?
be
He was a
awesome to
stoner.
talk to high. Like, I can't imagine like the physics conversations we could have. Carl Sagan, who's another of my favorite physicists. Too much of a nerd, sorry you guys. And then
No.
Alan Turing. He is like the father of computer science. He built the first electronic computer. And man, I would love
You're
to
a
just
nerd. I
build-
like it.
get baked with him and like talk about like computer science like theory and stuff. And he was gay and he was like an awesome dude. And like there's just tons of cool things about him.
You're
that,
just like, I need to have a smoke sesh with you.
yeah, I need to have a smoke session with him just
I
so he
need
can
to.
like help enlighten my world a little bit.
Just
With his
let-
crazy way. So yeah, I need
Super
to-
cool, super cool. How about you, Alice and Amanda?
You know, they said that they found cannabis residue in William Shakespeare's pipe. So I'm just saying.
William Shakespeare would be cool.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. Lady Gaga smokes weed.
Yeah, I think Seth. You know, just have a few laughs. Because like Seth and I, how we approach cannabis, like it's something that I medicate with all day long, and it's just a part of my life, and it just is. It's there, and that's why I feel like we'd have good, open, honest conversations about it and how we use it. Cool.
Yeah, super cool. What about you, Shawn?
So this one I wasn't. This one was actually hard for me too. But I think
You
one
asked
person that
the
would be
question.
fun to hang out with and smoke with would be Willie Nelson. He seems like a fun guy just to chill
yeah.
with, like
Yeah.
hang out, have him jam on the
Yeah.
guitar a little bit, hang out with Willie. So I guess I'll choose that guy.
Jimmy.
Super cool.
Jimi
Nicole, did you say
Hendrix?
one? Did you say
Oh
one?
my God.
What's that?
Nicole? Did Nicole? Did you say one, or were you still thinking?
Oh, I was thinking.
But
still
it is
thinking.
4:19.
You're still
right
thinking?
now,
Okay.
guys, just to
Yeah, I was gonna say get your stuff.
Yeah, for sure. That
ready.
was the last question. We finished great on 420. You know how we do.
nice. Yeah, I just finished packing my bowl, so and my brother's got a blunt rolled with a tarantula tip on it over here.
Ooh, I have all those things too.
Nice. I got this bag. I got half a J ready to go for you guys.
I also wanted to show you guys this little thing. I sent it to Shawn and Ashley. It's to take dabs instead of the whole like setup with the
Oh
torch
yeah, that
and
email
everything.
thing.
So
That thing is cool.
yeah, what it's called like
Like
a
a honey
seahorse or
badger
something.
in a
What
way.
is it called, Shawn? Do you remember? Seahorse Pro, I think it was called.
I can't remember.
And you just like push the little button 3 times and it just heats up the tip and you can take your dab like that. And so I think it's super cool. I think it's really quad friendly.
Happy
I feel
420,
like
everybody!
happy 420.
Yeah, 420.
420, everybody.
Cheers.
420, baby.
Oh, here comes Jeff.
Spark it up out there if you got it, you guys.
So Ashley and
Yeah,
I
everybody
are
in the chat.
full
Anybody
with you
hanging
guys.
out?
freezing in Chicago,
Yeah.
and we smoked before the show, so we wouldn't have.
Oh,
to
I'm glad that you did. Good.
It is freezing.
Yeah, we live in
here.
California. No freezing problem. Oh, big cloud.
It's snowing
yeah.
here. Snowing. It's snowing in April.
I'm sorry. Sending you warm thoughts. So if you go to wearerollingstone.com, you will be able to see Ashley's story,
Sorry.
Sean's story, Brianna's story, and Amanda's story.
Hey, that's me.
So,
Woohoo!
Tom, we need to get you on that train. And
Yeah,
Nikki,
let's coordinate. Let's do that
He
soon.
doesn't like.
I'm gonna go through the chat while we're also smoking here, and
She said, "I don't want to talk to Alice."
Otis love the weed video.
She told me.
I see.
Yo, what's up, Frenchie? Andrew, Josh, Bobby's keeping an eye on us, guys. Our father Robert is making sure we're not getting too crazy here. He wanted to join, I think, but we didn't have enough space, actually.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I saw that comment. I was thinking about it.
Otis, Peter, Luis, super guy, nice daily smoker quad. Has anybody tried oil or just CBD for spasms?
I have.
Oh.
It works.
We take hash oil every morning in our coffee.
Yeah.
It's called Hash Lab, and they're one of our med sponsors as well. It's made by a wonderful guy named Jesus. He's from Spain, and it's really cut back on like my smoking. I just put maybe 5 to 10 drops in there, depending how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
And
How expensive is it?
I actually don't know. I should, but it is out there.
I asked him and I forgot. So
Yeah.
there's that.
No
you
worries,
can
no
get it
worries.
at dispensaries.
Yeah, I gotta
maybe
say,
coffee barley is amazing.
I've never had success with just CBD. I've always needed like a combo of like THC and
It
CBD.
has to be the CBD that has the little bit of THC in it.
To activate it.
Yeah,
'Cause it
you
needs
do
it
need
to activate.
that's yeah. So you do need slight THC, like even if it's almost untraceable, like 1%, like whatever, it just needs to activate.
Yeah, I think
The
it can be like
lowest
yeah,
is
but
0.3.
1 in 3. Yeah.
And so
Maybe-
that'll be undetectable and you won't get in trouble and all that stuff. So
And if anybody's
Ooh, that
curious
looks
about
good.
what we're talking about, when you ingest cannabis, it's actually like a chemical reaction happening in your body. You're decarboxylating the cannabis, meaning like you're heating it up and you're changing the chemical structure from THC to THCA. But also, there's lots of other cannabidiols and CBD, like different labels in there. But those require some THCA to activate those in order to like have the effect. So what we're talking about
edible
is
lollipops.
if you are looking for CBD, just you want to be sure that there is a small amount of THC in there activated. And the big question is like, will that show up on a P test and stuff if I just do pure CBD? Not necessarily. I think the really low dose ones, there isn't enough THC present to remain in your system long enough. But it has to be
that is
less
And
than
it won't come
1%.
back.
It has to be less than
I think in
1%.
order-
Peter
in
was
order to get,
asking.
like, in trouble, it has to be,
Peter's
like,
part of the
3%.
VA. He's a veteran, but so he's not really able to use cannabis. But does it help calm spasms? He asked. Which yes, it
Yeah.
definitely helps.
Yes,
greatly.
we will all say it.
Yeah.
I feel like so it does help my spasms, but sometimes different strains and different days it intensifies my nerve pain. So I don't know if
The
any of you
Tevas
guys
will do that
suffer
for
with
me.
nerve pain.
I actually
Yeah.
have smoked a couple
Yeah.
times where it did make my nerves feel like it kind of intensified areas of nerve pain. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. But
I
I
wanna
feel like I
smoke
weigh
with
out the
Shawn
odds, and it's
too.
always like I rather be in less pain, so I kind of deal with the nerve pain a little bit more.
Right.
Yeah, well, I think that's just what you find with like the different body highs and stuff. Like that nerve activation can be beneficial. I think in some respect, like if that's what you're looking for. But man, I'm pretty baked. Kind of just lost my train of
Um,
thought for a
I feel
second.
good.
Alice and Amanda,
Yeah.
before we get started
Good.
on the trivia, I wanted to show you guys my piece because it's a little
You
pumpkin
got
and it
it.
ran
I
me
love
yesterday.
that one.
And it has a little mushroom bowl.
For
That's
those,
awesome.
That thing is
for those
cool.
that don't
Yeah.
know, me and Amanda got
That's so
married on
cute.
Halloween, so we
Sorry, I
love
should've-
all the Halloween things ever.
I know I had to
Because
bring
Anytime
out for
there's
you guys.
Halloween
when you're
bombs or anything,
medicating,
I
you
have
should.
to have them.
When you're medicating, you should feel happy, and so I hope you feel happy out of your pumpkin bowl.
I do,
I
I
almost
do. And
got
I have this little carb cap penguin that makes me very happy as well.
Oh, it's a
Aw.
little
Oh, here.
cartoon.
Let me make you
That's
big,
so
Brianna. You
cute.
can show those again if you want. My bad.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
I
no,
got
it's
it
all good.
again.
Oh,
There you go.
wait, I'm a mess.
Other
Where am
side.
I?
I don't have you
There
on
we go,
near
there we
this
go.
time. My bad,
You're not a
Brianna.
mess. We'll just say
So this is my
Shawn.
little card cap. I know, that's why I tell him I don't like Snooky.
I just
this
want to
is
shout
my
out our other amazing co-host who isn't with us. I know he's out there watching, letting the kids play a little, letting the kids out of the playpen. Bobby, you're the best, man. We miss you.
He's got a clip too.
Can't wait to see you
Nice.
next
Me and
week.
Shawn.
Ooh, Shawn, I want that
Super
joint.
cool.
That looks good.
That joint looks good.
Hi, Robert. We miss
It's a
you.
blunt
miss
with
you,
flash.
Rob.
Yes, we'll have to do
You
another
could've played
session
with us,
soon.
Rob.
Yeah, you don't have to smoke.
Yeah.
You don't have to medicate. You
We-
could have.
There's no peer pressure here.
Oh, maybe
Honestly.
a little. I
He
mean,
smokes. We can only just have a limited amount of people on the screen, so I think that's what it was. So he chose to have
I get
us
more
Yeah,
on,
this
and
is
he
the
took this
maximum I
one
can
off.
have on
than
this
I do
program.
smoke
So
weed, so.
Mm-hmm.
I was
Yeah,
going to invite some people to the studio, which I have my two brothers here. Should I put them on blast right now?
Yeah, you
Put
should.
them on blast.
Do
Be
it.
like, take a bong rip.
Hold on. Let me switch cams. Oh, that's the
Oh,
Hello,
that's the studio.
Rose.
That's like the vibe.
Yeah.
what up?
Oh, the studio looks cool, Shawn. I
Yeah,
love
thanks,
it.
guys.
That's awesome, right?
Video is nice.
Oh my god.
Totally a
And
hangout spot.
lights,
Lights, like,
beautiful touch.
Oh yeah.
Jeez.
I was proud of my thing here, and he whips that around like, oh, movie theater.
Yeah, I set this up to be like the studio, an office, and then also just like a really cool hangout, like my
Oh, it
little,
looks cool.
like
Yeah,
chip
no,
area.
Yeah.
you succeeded. We got it. We got to
Yeah.
shoot some
Please.
like a Rolling Stone episode in there.
Please come.
I'm down. Yeah,
decorate
definitely.
that.
I got good lights.
Yeah, I told him
everything,
too. I
man.
can't wait until we start getting to hang out a little bit more because that's going to be really cool for a lot of us, and
Yeah.
Let's,
it's going to really open up our people that we can interview as well. I think Shawn, once we're able to like go to events and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, no,
I
for
can't
And
sure.
we're flying down right up.
Congratulations.
Right now. Go.
Yeah, yes. Well, you have.
Tickets are
Can't
cheap.
wait.
Let's go.
We've been vaccinated.
You triple mask, you'll be fine.
Right.
That's
and
fun.
if
I've got
I
my
just want to
double
say, if nothing
vaccinate.
else, get vaccinated for people that can't.
You know, yeah.
Yeah.
And smoke after.
Yes.
Love it.
I'm just gonna show this real quick too. Not the blunt. My brother's roach clip he made me with a pen and
I
a
know.
clip.
That's so cool.
He just made that right now so I can smoke. I said, did you right now?
Hey, that's some weed
Jeff.
MacGyver,
That's
okay?
some-
That is a
MacGyver shit,
MacGyver,
okay?
weed MacGyver right there.
That is amazing.
Also, I really want your church. It looks
This
delicious.
is Alice's
Yeah, that's
roach
mine.
clip. Whoa.
Little Halloween
that
Where
candy
are we
bar.
going? There we go.
Yeah.
I'm trying to one up Shawn over here and not use a roach
No.
clip and just use the quad pod.
Oh,
I like-
we can roll once now. We
I'm
can
wanting
roll
to-
I actually
once.
can't do that for like the first
I
half.
see.
Listen, overachieving quad zone.
Always gotta try to one up Shawn, dude. I've used so many of his tips and tricks to like change my life. Like I feel like I gotta like I own some skills now
I
or
tried to
something.
light a lighter like you guys, and I still can't do it.
Brianna, your joint looks delicious.
Oh, I almost.
Oh,
had
thank
that.
you.
So what is everybody smoking on,
Smoke.
or have smoked on
Yeah.
in this room?
I made 2 bowls. So.
Of what?
So earlier, I was smoking on a
Damn,
king.
your bowls are so ridiculous, man.
Sunday driver. There we go.
Man.
A King Palm, you said, Nicole?
Packs. Like it's literally like an afro
Yeah.
off the top of the whole bowl.
It's a little chia
Look
pet.
at Jake. Come here.
That's cute.
Hold on.
Oh,
Let me
good
put you on
job,
big real quick. Oops.
Packs the
Wrong
best.
Oh, those are
There you
those
go.
are Invincibles?
Yeah. She packs it over
Yeah.
the top. Yeah. Shout out to the Invincibles. That's awesome.
Very handy for those of us that drop shit all day.
And
Yeah, and remind me after the show, I'll add you guys' discount codes to the description. So if anybody wants
cool.
to get that kind of stuff,
Nikki, what did you say you were smoking? You
A
smoked
King
this
Palm.
morning? King
A
Palm?
King
Ooh.
At our 420, because you know Chicago's 2 hours ahead. So
Yeah.
we did our 20.
you guys already had a 420.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
You cheater.
King Palm sounds good.
Yeah, and it was
King
with
Palm does
what was
sound
the?
good. I haven't had one.
It was called
I haven't had one in a while.
Yeah.
Mac?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what
We're
the.
growing back.
I'm not sure what the strain of this is. I got it at the shop. The brand is called. They're called like Juicy J's or something. And it's a hybrid. I'm not sure the
I've
exact
seen
strain.
the name,
Yeah.
so I've seen
They're
the
supposed to
places.
be like
yeah.
an affordable weed company, which
Something
their price
like
is lower. It was just like $5. I was like, I'll get it.
There's that
There you
one
go.
that was like $8, and it has Shatter and Keith and stuff in it.
Yeah, when
I
you
was like
Yeah.
$8.
when you're going in,
I don't.
if you can, I guess.
You guys like the tarantulas? I don't really like the oil and the like keep on the J's too much, just because same problem
This
with
one's
like
inside.
they hit me
Which was
too
cool.
heavy, like with the
Yeah.
oil, and the kefir. Like
Well-
I just get zonked out.
And it makes
Yeah,
it
no,
really
I mean,
hard for your
and
quad hand to
everybody's-
hold.
Yeah, you don't need that. Dirty.
Yeah, and plus,
Fine.
everybody's tolerances are different. It doesn't make you any less. It's just how your body
You're
is.
less of a
I
star.
always,
Yeah.
I always get. No, I don't think so. I just got a
Yeah,
low
yeah.
tolerance for some reason. I like. I'm the biggest stoner in my friend group, but I always get one of those for my friends' birthdays. If it's like a special occasion, I'll get like an infused one, and I just need like 4 or 5 people. We'll share it, and then it works a lot better. But if it's just like me and one other person or myself, it's like, nope.
Yeah. What
Or
do you
just I
smoke
gotta
on,
like
Donna? It's
be
delicious.
careful. Like just take a couple puffs and chill on it, you know.
Yeah. Totally. No, I'm with you, and that's good that you know your limits. You know.
Yeah, I mean that's what I did
Everybody
earlier. Is like I just smoked like half a J with my girlfriend, and then like
Oh,
I was like,
Adam,
ooh, I'm pretty stoned. But I was like, sweet, I can save that for later. I'll save it for the pod. And you know, it works
There
out.
you go.
I just
Shawn is smoking out.
This blood is just going.
well, he's got 2 brothers too helping him out. So
Yeah, so it's like a 3. It's going around the 3 of us. And,
I like it. Oh, they're passing it.
I'm getting like the super low blood pressure though. You guys are gonna see me leaning back like crazy. That's what happens when I smoke a lot.
Well, take
Does
it
that
easy. You don't have to impress.
When you smoke?
What's up?
Huh?
Does that happen when you smoke?
Yeah. Your
Big
blood
time.
pressure definitely lowers when you smoke because it like
Yeah.
one of the things it does is the deconstriction of the blood vessels and stuff like that. So it is like relaxing your blood vessels, relaxing your muscles, and it lowers your blood pressure.
Yeah,
Well,
Don't go to the doctor right after smoking and try to get your blood pressure taken, or they look at you like, "Are you dead right now?" Like,
they're always like, "Is that normal for you?" And I'm like,
it affects
"Yes."
quads a lot more.
mhm.
That's
It's really
actually-
low. I mean, I tell them I'm like, so I smoked.
Yeah.
before this.
Actually, you'll probably feel it more than Nikki, no doubt. Like, for whatever reason, the quads we just have the more effect with the blood pressure. I found that blunts can really exacerbate it. That's another reason why I like don't get too high either, and like why my tolerance is kind of low is because it does make me low. Like even if I smoke a sativa too much, like my blood pressure will get low and I'll get like a blood pressure low. It's just not super comfortable for me. But
Adorable.
drink water that helps keep your
Never
blood
mind.
pressure up. Move your body a little bit, you know, and
Not
get some
water.
jumping jacks.
No, it's not water.
That is a Coca-Cola.
Yeah, it's a Coca-Cola. Sorry.
I like how I reach for water and you're like, "Yep, that's a Coke."
And I found if I ever smoke a blunt with nicotine in the tobacco wrap, that will bring my blood pressure down way worse for whatever reason. The
Yeah.
combo
Yeah.
effect.
The nicotine messes with me too in the blend. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll do that.
I can't even
Bring it
smoke
way
nicotine.
down.
It makes me throw up. So
I don't
Nicotine
smoke
brings
blunts
it
that
down. The
often.
second you're done, it brings it right back up. And then you don't feel good.
Yeah, it's similar. Like I don't know. Like I said, I can smoke a blunt with the homies, but try not to. Like I can't. Like, it's not something I can do regularly.
Let me see a lighter.
I'm super the smoke. Well, it depends. Like if I eat and I have to make sure I'm drinking water and stuff like that. But I mean, I can smoke a full blunt by myself.
Everybody
Damn.
always asks me if
I think
water
your
is
tolerance
good.
goes up a lot too, depending on how much you smoke and stuff as
Oh
Yeah, it
well.
does.
for sure. Here, Luis in the chat asked how you light spliffs without hand function.
Yeah, I was gonna
You want to
say
show how you light a lighter, and I'll do mine too, I guess. Real quick.
Yeah.
because I can't
Let's see if
do
I
it the
can
way
get
you
it.
guys do it. That's a skill.
But if I had a
That's a
spliff, I could
start.
put it in my mouth. And
And then do that.
hold on, 1 second.
Here, I made a
Blood pressure is going down. All right.
If you want to
When
make
I'm
me
high,
big
it's
for a
harder.
second, I can show it too.
Damn it. Now that I'm all live on camera, I'm getting nervous or something.
With the where's my camera?
Oh,
With the clipper, with like
so I
the
would inhale like that if I wanted to light, like, right there.
serrated, like does that help or no? Would that be
that's-
easier for you?
That might be easier for. I don't. What is that?
Because
Just
the clippers come with like they're kind of like square.
Oh.
A little.
No, I can do the big pretty good usually. It's harder when
Okay.
I'm high because I'm like a little like
Well, yeah,
I don't know.
you're all relaxed.
I like clippers
Especially right
because
after
of how I
smoking.
hold the lighter.
My gosh.
I hold the lighter in between my middle finger and my index finger, and the
Oh, and they're
clippers are
round.
thicker, so it just like fits better. The big fits in there really good too. It's just kind of thin, so if it's my fingers are slippery, like it slides through. But do me a favor, make me big for a second, Shawn, when you're done. Cheapen that fat blunt.
Yep. I got it. Or here, I can even make you just all solo if you and
Take that banner away,
where
or take it back to the other
Go
one.
away.
where is
No, it's just
He
like
said
can't hold my
just me.
hands higher
bad,
up.
there we go. Got it.
So I hold it with one hand
You
and
can
then
use
just
your finger.
use my index finger.
Dang.
dang.
See, it looks so easy, and then I try it, and it's no.
I can hold it to a
MacGyver.
bong too. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But the other like tool that I have is the poker. It's like a lighter
Yeah.
buddy. It's just like a sleeve for your lighter. And it has a little poker thing that folds in so you can like poke out your bowl, but it just adds mass. It makes it a lot easier to hold.
Yeah.
And then the biggest trick for the BIC is if you can't do it yourself, have someone take out the child safety. It's just the quad safety too, and it makes like sparking
The quad
went like a million times easier. So if you can get the like child safety out, you'll find like there's very little resistance, and your quad hands can do it a lot better.
So what you can do to get that out
Or
is
just
take
any
a pair
grip
of
hands.
scissors and just pry. Hold on, I'm trying to grab these little. These
I feel like
work
that's
better
dangerous.
than regular
Use
scissors.
scissors.
But regular work anyways. I stick it in the front of the lighter where the flame comes out and just pry it up using like the leverage of like the front of the lighter, and it pries right through the two little bars holding it down, and then I can stick it in and like wiggle it out. I don't know.
My quad trick for that is I use a
Quad.
fork, and I get one of the prong tricks, one of the prongs out of the forks underneath the safety, and then I'm able to just like leverage it out.
There you go.
I like it. I like it all.
I gotta stay away from the sharp objects because I stab myself too much.
Yeah.
That's this one.
Yeah. That's me or flames. I've lit my
Flames.
hair on fire several times lighting
3
bongs.
times.
I've never
I've
lit
had to
myself
have
on
short
fire,
haircuts.
but
3 times.
I came close lighting like short J's, like getting the end of my nose, like get out a little hot.
Uh-oh.
Like that. Never burned it.
I felt like I burnt my
Thanks,
eyelashes
Roger.
doing that before, like on really close things. Like I lean down, like it feels all hot. I don't know.
Or the
Scary.
hash flame when I take my bong rips and there's the flame and I'm like, holy
That's
moly, that hurts my
that's
face.
Another form of cannabis that I've discovered recently that's really amazing because you don't have to have a lot to feel
Hash.
hash, which is just the sticky part of the plant, and they
Wash it off.
wash it off, and it becomes either sandy or moist or kind of Play-Doh-y, depending.
Yeah, I remember my dad used to have some bubble bags. I hope
Mm.
that I not ever watch this podcast. Oh, like, what are you talking about this one? But they like you use that to make hash. And it's just
Yeah.
like a way of like treating the plant, like washing it with just like ice water, and like making all the good stuff stick together. But again, I've never tried hash. It's just I don't know, like.
Well,
not
it's
something I've ever
interesting
tried.
because I always kind of avoided it because I was like, oh, wouldn't it be stronger? And it is, but it only gives you the body high, and you feel clear headed, which is really interesting. So I'm not getting like the cloudiness so much as like I'm able to just smoke a little bit, and then my whole body's relaxed.
Is that just like
It's pretty
bubble bag,
cool.
like ice water hash, or is that with wax and stuff too? Any concentrate for you?
Cold water extraction. So just like
So
putting the plant into like cold water and just extracting it that way.
right,
Wash,
yeah,
wash,
yeah,
wash.
yeah.
So,
That's the scientific.
yeah, I mean, I'm with you, Tom. Like it was a total realization. I mean, I still smoke a lot of flower, but not nearly as much as I was, and I'm just smoking like these little tiny rocks of hash that go so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that I know, like my dad did at some point.
Crazy person.
Like he doesn't do it anymore. But like they'd like have the like made like ice wash hash, whatever. I know that like it can just give you a different kind of high, and yeah, it's just a different way to get high. Hash is like more readily available in certain areas. Like,
Less
I've noticed,
euphoria.
but I don't know, like I've never seen it at a shop or anything like that. So
Yeah,
Yeah, it's sometimes hard to find because a lot of people don't. There's not a lot of manufacturers of it.
our manufacturer, it's called Cali Hash,
I have a pillow.
and yeah, there we go.
My ass randomly has
So
a pillow.
Cali Hash is a company ran by a guy named Michael Domek, and his mom died of cancer in the early 90s. So he's kind of made it his mission to bring hash here
He's from Spain.
to the States because he's from Spain. So Cali Hash is a good, if you see it at your dispensary, it's a good brand, and it's like $30 for a ball
25
or 25 as opposed to like a lot. It gets expensive because not a lot of people sell it, but if you can try some, I would highly recommend it.
You can put it in your vaporizer too.
Yeah.
and yeah, if you're a trepidatious smoker, my favorite vaporizer, I've like just recommended it to a few friends that have all like enjoyed it. My top brand is probably Da Vinci.
Yeah.
Not only because I like the name, but they have like it's all glass and ceramic, so there's no metal. Like if you heat up metal over like a bunch of times, like certain benzenes and like they're similar to like carcinogens and stuff are released, and they can just not be great for your lungs and your body. So I love the fact that it's like very clean and like made out of like really safe materials for you, and it's just really the way to go if you're trying to take it easy on the chest or if you're trepidatious about smoking because there's no combustion. It's cannabis vaporizing, so literally the THC on the outside of the plant evaporates at a lower temperature than it takes for the plant to burn. So it just never heats it up to the 450 degrees. It needs for it to start on fire, and you're literally just getting the THC and the cannabidiols in like their purest form, in the most natural form. It's no process, no nothing. I think it's just like really like nice, and it's like a very clear, clean high. It's probably my favorite way to get baked. So Da Vinci's my favorite. Pax is another really awesome brand. That's like my parents' favorite one. It's very like portable and very like discreet. And then the Air Riser is probably the most consumer friendly one. They're like $100, $150. Da Vinci just came out with a $99 like really consumer one that's very portable and super discreet too. So go check it out. They're having a ton of 420 deals. If you're thinking about it, it's how I got started, and I think it was really kind of a good way to get into medicinal cannabis because it just really highlights a lot of those effects at first. It is a good way to do it. And yeah, I'm a rambler when I'm baked, so I'm gonna be conscious of that and stop rambling.
How about we?
John, we're at 4:45. Is there anything you
want
want to do? Anything you want to Shout out.
Let's play this little movie guessing trivia game. We got a few questions, and we'll just mess around and do this for a few, and then
Yeah, sounds good.
Ooh, Ben, I save my keep all the time. So. I mean, it ends up on my bowl, but
nice. Yeah, the keef is awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, I like
and then
all.
if you push
Yeah,
it,
that-
yeah, like he said, between your fingers, make hash.
That's stuff that my parents grow. It's outdoor, but it is the frostiest stuff that I've
I
ever.
love outdoor.
It is
Outdoor-
just so like
Yeah.
crystally and shiny. And when you
If I
put
can
it like
find outdoor
he gives
flour,
me
I
some little
prefer it.
container, like man, like it's so frosty at the bottom, like all the keef and stuff falls off. I'm like, oh man, that's
I'm
gonna be a
gonna come
nice
over
bowl
to
at
your
the end of
house.
that.
Where your parents live?
Originally
I
from
might have
NorCal, but
I might have to rob them.
they travel back and forth. Well, there's no robbing going on. It's all peace and love. My dad got jacked a couple times
Alright.
when we were younger. And yeah, like my dad, like he doesn't like he can just give you some if you want some.
Yeah.
But you gotta,
That's what I do.
you
I
gotta
like
come
Caesar.
out.
Yeah.
You gotta come out to the homestead. And, you have to have like pizza and
Yay.
like hang out, like eat homemade
that'd be
pizza.
cool.
Like be a cool vibe. But you guys are cool people. My parents will get along with you really well.
Yay. Everybody's cool in this room.
Yeah, this little rectangle here.
Yeah.
It's good.
For
It's good. The
cool.
whole rectangle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ashley with her beanie on, like it's all good.
Channeling
All
her inner
good.
Justin. Yeah.
It's all
I am channeling my inner Justin Bieber today.
yes.
I like it.
That's crazy.
would
It's
be
snowing
someone
for you guys. It's like
like-
80 degrees here.
If he smokes,
It's
I
too
would
hot.
smoke with him.
I was gonna say, shout out Beebs. Is he sober or does he partake in the 420?
It might help him. Actually, I wonder if he does.
He made a
could-
song
I
talking
could-
about my weed
I
out.
could see that. I could see that homie chief in a little bit.
I could see it. I mean, he's
You say that again?
He made a
That's I could
song.
see that homie. I could see that homie like chief in a little bit of weed at some point. Like I bet he would be it. I bet he would smoke her. He'd be a smoker.
I could see
Maybe
it.
it's
Come on, Beebs.
It's crazy.
Let's have a party.
I was like at a shop
wanted-
this morning, and dude, like there were people lined up when it first opened,
Because
and
apparently
I mean, I don't
you
know,
have
maybe
to
it's
smoke
just the
more
smokers
today.
trying to get deals, but I feel like if you live in California, like you gotta at least try it. It's just so like available.
It's a way of life down here.
Yeah, it's
Gotta do
funny. I was like very like not anti-cannabis, but just like anti-anything. Like I didn't drink or do anything for a long time. But my parents always treated it kind of like alcohol. Like it's just something like
Moderation.
you can get messed up on alcohol. You can get messed up on weed. Like you can do too much alcohol. You can do too much weed. The thing that they've always like talked about a lot was just like the medicinal effect like they found from it. So I guess that kind of helped take my stigma away. But man, I was still so scared to tell my parents that I smoked weed.
They smoke weed, but I don't know.
I know. I was just like weird, like they're gonna think like, oh gosh, we have another stoner in the
We did it to
family.
our son. Oh God, we did this.
Yeah, I gotta say, my dad still isn't a big fan of like the fizzies or like the oil vapes. Like he found mine one time. It was like a couple months ago, and I was visiting back home. He's like, "What is this?" I'm like, "Oh, that's like new weed, man. Like, take a hit." He was like, "I don't know." He was like,
I don't
"Why
know.
don't you just?" He's like, "Why don't you just smoke the stuff I give you?"
I do.
I'm like, "Cause it's a big wide world out there."
This is an addition too.
Well, but that way is really accessible for you, though.
Yeah.
That's where I can't be. Like, I can get a Blue Dream like cartridge for my Stizzy, and like biggest time I use it is at night. And I'll tell you what, if I'm laying in bed, I cannot always get up and pack a bowl or pack my vape or like
Yeah.
do that. And
Yep.
like if that's there, like it's just something that I can have, take a hit off of, and then like tuck into my little laptop bag I keep in my bed so my caregivers won't see it in the morning. And, we're good to go.
Yeah.
My caregiver can have some if she wants. I don't
Yeah.
have one yet, but
Pass that to your caregiver. She can.
or he.
Yeah, well, I
I
have
don't know what they'll be.
I have a female animal caregiver. I just try to be respectful.
Yeah. Same with, like, the
Neither of
gardeners
them
that
like
are moms
smoke
away
weed
and
that I
stuff.
know of. And I don't know, it's not hard for me to like put my stuff away. Like my bong, like I always hide it, tuck it away afterwards, just because, like I wouldn't, I wouldn't want, if I went over, especially in a professional capacity, like to like work and stuff, to not like have to be assaulted with like weed smoke. I mean, all of us are like, yeah, but caregivers are different.
Yeah, no, for sure.
No, I get it. I put it away when people come over that I
And
don't.
that
I
could be a
don't know.
thing, like something to talk about too. Like if anybody like has issues smoking just because they're afraid like to do it around their caregiver and stuff, or like they need to ask for help and stuff because there is a stigma
Can
around
you
it.
light this?
But
Yeah.
in any event, there's always ways around it. You just got to get creative, especially nowadays. There's lots of devices you could use to be sneaky about it.
Well, that's one of the reasons why we created Rolling Stone was to
Break that.
stigma and make it okay for people with disabilities to smoke and talk about
So I don't like
smoking
hiding
and
Yeah.
it.
feeling better.
I take
You
big
know what I mean?
rips, man.
Well, I
And
was even like trepidatious to do something like this, like smoking, like in a public space, like it's going to be on YouTube and stuff. Like anybody could watch it, find it technically.
Yeah.
But we do live in a legal state. It is on my own time right now. Like it's not, like I would just worry about like someone maybe in my professional life like judging me, like trying to get a job, being like, "Hey, stoner, like I vetted you and like you smoke a lot of weed online with people." But
Yes, that's exactly what I was worried about.
Hey, do you guys? So one of the trivia questions I had for us is fact trivia, was how many states have medical or recreational legalized? Do you guys know? Number offhand?
12.
I could
12?
cheat,
12.
14.
but I have it up next to me, so I'm gonna just opt out of this.
Uh,
Ben
uh,
loves how stoned you are, Tom.
for medical and then for
Yeah, Ben can see it. Sorry,
Ben's like,
that's such a
dang.
lightweight. I was afraid this was gonna happen, but it's all good. I'm gonna stay straight, and that's why I'm doing it. I was a little worried about that, like someone sees me, but I do try to separate it. Like if I am working, if I'm doing like something in my professional life, like I would absolutely, not be stoned or like not be high, like or keep that separate. And if someone wouldn't want to hire me because they don't trust me enough to like be able to keep it separate, then that's your problem. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'll go to more like cannabis friendly workplace. Like that'll probably be a better environment anyways. So I just like try to look at it that way. I don't think cannabis is a bad thing. I do very much look at it as something like alcohol. Like I know everybody drinks and nobody gets judged or asked if they drink at work. So I kind of try to like to treat it like that. Like yeah, I like to have a beer on occasion or a cocktail, and yeah, I smoke weed sometimes. Hope that's cool with you.
Hope that's fine.
Yeah, I
And
agree. I just
if
wrote a
it's
post
not
about
like
this today.
generally like, go ahead, Brianna. I'm just rambling over here.
I was just saying had just wrote a post about this today, the same thing that you're talking about, and how it can be like judged, and how I was like nervous trying to come into the acting community, and like worrying about casting directors looking at my profile and judging me based off of
Right.
that. Um, and so for a while, for the whole time I've had my profile, I've hid it, and I sometimes post on my stories. But I recently talked to a friend, and she was just like, just like people aren't going to want to work with you, there's going to be different companies that are going to want to work with you, and you have to focus on that because it's a part of who you are. So
Yeah.
might as well have people who want to love you for who you are up front than hide it and then find out that you're somebody different on the side, and that really gave me a different perspective on the whole situation.
And like I always just like I got my professional life, I got my personal life. Like I will be at a reggae festival, like rocking some like cannabis t-shirt, like chiefing like all day. But if like it's a
If you have a
workplace,
meeting,
like it's people I work with, whatever it is, it's like it's a different world. Like I just try to be conscious of that, and it's like pretty easy to balance. I found like I don't think it's too hard out there.
It's
It's just tough
No,
in a
it's
lot of
not.
other
It's not hard.
states
No.
because it's surprising how
Very
few
eerie.
states have it legal for recreational or for medical. So that can make it hard. Shawn, do you want to reveal it?
so, oh yeah, so
Like,
actually,
Yeah, is it 12?
medical, there's actually
Well,
36 states at this point now that have
Oh,
medical,
Wow.
17 that have recreational, and 13 states plus the US Virgin Islands have all decriminalized. So it's like
So
pretty
cool.
okay.
broadly, you know,
when did all this happen?
pretty gnarly.
Over the last decade. And it's
I just
important note,
remember
I don't want to
Virginia
get
when I
too
was a kid.
political.
No, I said
Don't want to get
15.
political or anything, but the decriminalization of marijuana is probably like the most important thing we could do
Yeah,
like
the most
today
Yeah.
important.
is to get
Okay, because nobody
everybody in
should be in
jail
jail for weed.
on weed charges out of jail. You know, it would like
Yeah.
free up so much like tax money and stuff, but also like how can there be 12 or 13, 13 states out here where everyone is just free to smoke weed, but you cross
The other one,
state
no.
line and you could go to jail, for up to like 5 years minimum for having the same amount, like for having nothing. It's so crazy. In any case, I'm baked to you guys and rambling. Please just tell me to shut up.
No,
No.
no. It's something we need to talk about on this day because it's important that I know all of us, especially us, like we say like um we're lucky to have medicine that we medicate with every day, but we also know that like there are people incarcerated for it currently right now, and
Yep.
you
For a joint
it's
or
just
So,
be
a
yeah,
appreciative and do the work.
be grateful, be aware, and yeah, do what you can to at least like voice an opinion, about it because, if we're not talking about it, nothing's going to change. And I think, if we're going to sit here and partake, be so lucky,
we talked.
we gotta be a part of the solution for the rest of the world out there, who's still struggling,
Absolutely.
waking up to the times. Yeah.
Here, I actually
I
have, I
agree.
forgot, I got this actually. Graphic, where did it go? There it is. Boom.
Oh, cool.
Um, so yeah, those are all like the
As
record.
everybody leans in.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out Luis from Uruguay, my man. I'm hoping
I
sunny and
know.
tropical where you're at. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Luis, what's your level?
It's our right as American citizens to break laws that are unfair or unjust. I like it.
It is.
I
It
agree.
is our right.
Yeah,
It's
that's
so
fair.
funny
Shout
when
out.
I found out in high school that weed was illegal, and stuff, and I realized like that was the stuff my dad had been growing in the backyard all these years, and like that's
You're
what
like,
in the pipe. I was like, yo, like what is up? And my parents like, well, technically we might be breaking the law. It's like, be careful, don't talk
it's
back to your
fine.
teachers or
I
like to your
remember
friends.
I came home one time and I asked my dad, "Do you do drugs?" And he was like, "No, I don't do drugs. I smoke weed." And I was like, "We learned about it, and they put weed on the list of drugs." And he was like,
But
gave me this
Dad,
whole speech, was
it's
probably,
on the list.
not the best, but
Yeah.
yeah. I also wanted to mention in the chat really quick. Somebody mentioned, who was it? Cray mentioned the Puffco.
Oh
I
yeah.
recently got one of those too in a giveaway,
Yeah?
and they're super super cool. And I do agree, especially for quads as well. I think the investment, it's so quick. I honestly even prefer it over the pen. I use it. It becomes our everyday now for taking dabs. It's just so much easier. And I love it so much. So I just wanted to say that anybody that is reading the chat and thinking about it, look it up, and if you can invest in it, definitely do.
Those are
Brianna,
And
some.
just
is it easy
Yes.
to clean?
Oh, yeah. Well, it depends on how you clean them. I think all things are kind of hard, but with alcohol, some hot water, and some salt, I think anything's pretty easy to clean. So
the
yeah,
best
they are
way,
pretty easy. It comes
So
with little tools and stuff like that as well.
I bought a few years back and like lost just until this last week. My brother was here. We found it. I'm stoked. This mini nail thing right behind me, and it's just an
Yeah.
e-nail, so it hooks up to a regular like any dab rig. It can go in. It just has like a hard little toggle switch you turn on. It's already set to the temperature I want it to, and I have like a couple little like adapted tools to do my own dabs too with that thing. So for the house, that thing's awesome. That is awesome though, or the Puffco for travel. But I just
Yeah,
want to shout that mini nail thing out because that thing is awesome, and
I just wanted to say about this, bringing it up again, that it comes with an attachment that hooks onto your bong, and basically you can take bong rips with it going like on your dabs this
I
way,
saw that
so
on
it's
the
a lot
website.
Oh,
easier
so
as well. So
you get the filtration.
yeah,
That's cool.
That's
That's
my favorite
fancy.
thing about the Da Vinci vaporizer is they have a little bubbler attachment, which you can put on top, so it's already like a super cool, like clean hit. But with the bubbler attachment, it's like you don't even feel anything. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, I used the Puffco once. It was cool. It's like really great
I
for
used
like
it for
low temperature, like concentrate, like dabs. Like
yeah.
it has like water in it too. It's like a little mini bubbler, so it cools it down. And again, like I just hate like hot stuff in my chest. And like I can't dab
Don't
because it's
want it.
just like like I can't breathe afterwards. Like it's too harsh in my chest. And then I'm like in cloud nine before I can even think. And so nope.
See,
But the Puffco was nice because I could set it to a super low temp, just take some really cool hits and like get like nice high that I could kind of control better.
yeah, the new ones you can do it from your phone. You can control
Yeah.
the temperature. It tells
There's
you
an
when it's
app,
dying. Yeah, they're
I
super
thought,
cool. I don't have that one, but I mean,
and
it's
it like
Except if you
buzzes
have
when
an
it's
iPhone
ready.
because they don't allow vape apps on the iOS store. Like,
oh, that
So
sucks.
fancy. You so fancy.
Hacks, the vaporizer does the same thing, but now you can't use the app because they took it.
They're so fancy.
Very fancy.
Oh, awesome.
Very fancy.
All right, you guys want to do some of the movie questions, Allison and Amanda? You want to throw a couple
Yeah.
of the ones you guys have out?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let me
And
break them
we
out.
can play, and then the chat
I
can
got a little
play,
stony.
and
You got a little Stony Begoni there?
Yeah.
All right.
Did I-
Stony Begoni. Somebody
All right.
had that screen name the other day too, and I went, I say that.
So, Nikki and Ashley, if you don't know any of these, that's fine. Oh wait, is this for the wait, this is for the crowd. This isn't for us, right?
Anybody. Anybody.
wait,
In the
what?
chat
I'm
room.
sorry. What'd you say?
What?
I looked at the chat for a second, and I'm high. And was that the first question?
No.
no.
Oh, what did you say?
no. Amanda and Alice are just going back and forth.
I'm pretty baked right
So,
now to you guys.
Let's see. In what stoner comedy about dealers getting in trouble with a rival grower and subsequently invoke the spirit of Jerry Garcia?
Wait,
It's the
But-
plot of that movie.
That's the first question.
And there's a nice little screenshot.
if you didn't know what it was, that's a pretty good hint.
Oh
If you
yeah,
still don't know what it is,
half baked.
yes, sir. Anybody in the?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Whoop,
Now my
whoop.
mom's
That's
watching.
a good one. If you haven't seen that stoner movie, that'll
Hi,
make you chuckle.
Donna.
All right.
That'll make you chuckle.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. Half Baked is a good one. That's definitely a classic
Hi,
stoner
Donna.
top. Yeah.
Definitely. All right. Let's see. What movie is this? Let's see. James Franco supplies Seth Rogen process server with a particular strain before
Oh,
they are embroiled themselves in the inner battles of a major drug ring.
Why does he look like he has blackface on? That's horrible. I
Why
know it's
does
because
it
he
look like
blew up, right?
No, it's because he blew up and it's just soot.
That's right. Okay, I was like, wait a minute, I don't remember that.
Yeah, that he just came out of the fire, like he had just come out
That
of like
never
the
happened.
whole.
That's why
He
you
was
don't
shot
remember
like
that.
8 times. And
Yeah.
he had a gun wound from earlier.
I think his ear was
Oh,
hanging
that's
off.
right. God, he really went through the ringer on that one.
Alrighty. Let's see. What movie did Sean William Scott and Ashton Kutcher from lose their automobiles and continuum transfunctionings?
Can I just shout it out?
Yeah, if you want to shout it out, you can.
Dude, where's my car?
I don't know.
Dude, where's my wheelchair?
Dude, what is mine
Too
say?
stoned.
Dude, where's my wheelchair?
Dude, where's my wheelchair?
You know you're too big when that shit happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So funny.
Dude, where's my wheelchair?
So these were all in the top 10 or like top 15 or whatever, like stoner comedies too. When I looked up different, because that's what I was gonna do, just list those. But I figured we could at least kind of guess movies.
Dang.
There you go.
So these were all like all these ones are actually on there.
I want to watch stoner movies.
All right. Yeah. What was the next one? Actually, I think I have the picture. I think before, but
Oh, okay.
let me.
I thought you said you had some. So.
Oh. Oh no! I was gonna let you do
Yeah.
yours, and then I guess I could do. We could switch them out. That's cool. I
No,
could do one.
no, it's fine. What pair of stoners appear in Chasing Amy, Mallrats, and Clerks?
Can I shout it out?
Go ahead.
James on the
Nobody
ball.
in the chat knows neither.
Yes. And they have a couple of their own movies. So, Jay and Silent
They
Bob
have-
Strike Back is probably a pretty good stoner.
They're just hilarious.
All Kevin Smith
Dogma is
movies.
my
I
favorite.
love that movie.
They appear in
I legit know none of
Dogma too.
Yeah.
these. You know.
We're gonna sit down and watch
All right.
some movies.
Yo, Alice and Amanda and I will send you a movie list.
Yeah,
There you
just,
go.
just
I
watch
know.
it. At your own pace. I'm not saying like sit down and watch 8 movies in a row.
In what film did Jeff Spicoli become the greatest stoner of all time?
The times were
That's
moving really
Jeff
quickly
Spicoli.
What's
at this
your
particular
problem?
school.
The times are fast. Yes.
Last time.
What's your problem, bro?
Come on from the chat too. You know, we got
Jay and Silent Bob. I thought
yeah,
you
we
were
do
too
got some
stoned.
guesses from the chat. So
Someone said I'm too
thanks,
strong.
Ben.
That was pretty much it.
That was pretty much it.
All right. Oh yeah, that was the 5.
Yay!
Yeah. And then I sent Nikki and Ashley 5 of them too. That these ones I just wrote random questions, so I hope they're as good as you guys' ones.
Okay.
I just found out these were just other ones that were on the list, and I had to go with.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Ready?
Yeah.
In this 2006 Happy Madison production, the main character, Alex, is a video game tester that has to move in with his
Whoops.
grandmother.
Crap.
After his roommate spends all their rent money on hookers and his weed dealer.
I had to add the hookers detail just because it's really funny if you've seen the movie. I'm sorry.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Who's gonna beat me to it? Who's gonna beat me to it? I'll give you a minute,
Grandma's
anybody.
Boy.
And,
Oh.
It's
yeah.
Grandma's
Yeah.
Boy. Yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
seen it, but I know.
Oh.
It is on.
That's
Well,
what I
see, I grew up
favorite.
like Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore were like my high school. Like I loved, like they were. I don't know. So I liked Happy Madison stuff and.
Dude, that's like early Jonah
Oh,
Hill.
absolutely.
Like, that's got
Yeah,
one of the
Jonah
best
Hill.
casts.
Nick Swardson is in it, and he's freaking
Nick
hilarious,
Swardson
dude.
It's
It's like
my favorite. He's so good. And it's just about like video game development, so it's awesome.
and now that I'm living with
Cool.
Grandma, it's very relevant. So. All right. But that was one of my favorites. I actually really like that movie. So yeah. Anyways,
Cool. I'll have
we
to
can go to
watch
the
it.
next one. We can try to get through these, so we can just kind of hang out, and, like or whatever. Just whatever you guys want to do. Smoke, get off.
Jeff Bridges stars in this 1998 comedy about a dude mistaken for a millionaire with the same name, and he seeks restitution for the ruined rug and enlisting his bowling buddies for help.
This is a
Cat
classic too.
screenshot.
If you don't know this movie, because the dude abides. Louis
If you don't know
already.
Dude abides.
It's pretty out
Luis
there. Don't
actually
get too
threw that
stressed.
out in the chat earlier from I think one of you guys.
I have a quick,
like, the
quick
favorite
fire
stoner
round
movie.
question. Everybody's got to answer this. Like, just gonna go around, starting with Brianna. What's your favorite munchie snack?
Munchie snack?
What's your favorite munchie snack?
Doritos.
Oh, munchie snack.
All right, there you go. Just shout it out.
I'm gonna put you on turtle chest mix.
All right, let's go.
Ooh.
Turtle chest mix is where it's at.
Hard to find.
Fried chicken.
But they're delicious.
Fried
She
chicken,
She
I
really
like
loves
that.
fried chicken.
That's your snack
Right. Yeah.
or the munchies. I actually like the munchies like mix, the actual munchies mix, where it's like Doritos, Cheetos, some pretzels. That's a bomb little mix. And then sour candy is the other one.
You have
for-
some over there. I think I
No,
have some
I'm on
over there.
that. I'm on that homemade Chex Mix game. My sister makes the most unreal homemade Chex Mix ever. And
I love your family,
Luis says
Mom.
tacos. I got King Taco
Four.
waiting right now, Louise. Just so you
I
know,
did get tacos.
my brothers picked it up
today,
on the
so-
way over.
Tacos are
I
top
was
tier.
eating it this entire time. That
yeah,
that
we-
shows you my lunch game. I was
So
like,
I didn't
I-
finish
yeah.
them, but they were amazing.
I'm gonna get some tacos after I get off the pod.
That was mine.
My
I like
favorite,
I like
My
those
favorite
though. Those are tasty.
munchie snack is probably gotta be. Oh man, I asked the question. But I don't know.
I know. I was just gonna say that.
I feel too bougie. Like I want to say like avocado, like on crackers. Like I'm a big avocado fan.
You are
Like
bougie.
anything avocado-y. Like, ooh man, give
Well.
me some yummy avocado when I make. It's just like that
Gotta get the
creamy,
man some
that creamy,
avocados.
healthy fat. I don't know. I just can't get enough of it.
You're
But
making me
snacks
hungry. I have to
that-
eat something.
I don't know. Again, I gotta go bougie. And I blame this on certain people in my life that have been like feeding me too much of this lately. But like really yummy cheese and crackers, like dough cheese
He
and
likes cheese
crackers.
and crackers.
Like I want like the cheese plate spread. Like give me my salamis. Give me multiple kinds of cheeses, multiple kinds of crackers. Like let's do it.
You're
He
so
wants it all.
specific.
Let's play How High is Tom.
How high is Tom?
Oh man,
Give me
I
the
know
cheese
everyone
plate.
tries
Give
to
me the
make
cheese
it fun.
10.
Give me all the food. Is anybody
From 1 to
hungry?
10, I'm
McDonald's.
probably at
Somebody
like
get
an
me
11
something.
and coming down right now.
Listen, I am
I'll
literally,
take a double cheeseburger.
I am literally eating my tacos like a raccoon underneath it. That's how.
Don't
that's how
judge
stoned
me.
I am.
Don't judge me.
I
They
still
were
believe-
good. There's no judgment.
But so I was too high to say this, but this is my real one. I just forgot for a second. Potatoes, anything potato. I would
Okay.
be, if I was what I ate, I would be a human spud.
Oh,
And,
good potato.
Yo, any kind of potato chip, like any kind of French fry, like give me some loaded French fries.
Mm.
Just give me some yummy scallop potatoes, dude, or a dope
about
baked
you?
potato.
What about you, Brianna?
Hold up.
She's like potatoes.
Yeah, I'm all everything. I'm so hungry. Watch you guys all eat. Just seeing all the food. I'm imagining it all. I'm all, everything. I love everything.
I got some rice. Like, what do you need? I knew I was.
I need it all. I need it all. Yeah, I love some chips. I love munching on some candy, but like for food, I love getting fries and like chili cheese fries or loaded fries from different places. That is my go-to. Sometimes I have to stop myself from ordering that at different places that I go out to eat. 'Cause
Or-
it is my go-to. So delicious.
Yeah.
Really good Indian food. Like you toss me a dough tikka masala, or like some curry, like with some fresh naan. Get out of here.
Let me tell you about more food that I like.
I don't Ben said it, dude. Tom needs some munchies bad. Like I was hungry before I got on the
Ben
pod.
just named,
We're gonna
named
call you
you
Tater
Tater
Tom
Tom
from now
also.
on.
Tater
Ben
Tom.
says. Tater Tom.
Oh my god! Don't tell my
Ooh,
mom and dad
pastrami
that because
fries
they
from
will
the
start to
hat
call
are
me that.
so good. The
Your
pastrami
talk
fries
right now
from
just
the
got
hat,
my brothers
yeah.
to get up off the couch and go to the liquor store for munchies.
Yes.
I want to hang out with your brothers.
Brothers sound cool.
Sounds like that.
Mm.
I like it.
Yo, I can personally attest. Hefe is the coolest. Like his brother Jeff, so badass.
Your brother's name is Hefe?
Wait a minute.
His name's Jeff.
Oh,
So you have the munchies.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why I put the ethnic spin on it. My bad. But that's just what I call him. That's his nickname for me.
Gotcha.
He is the Hefe. He is the boss, I guess. You think?
No, that's what I call him. It's because he's the boss, dude. He's kind of like running the shop. Like
He's the one that
running
made that little rigged up that little roach clip for me right now.
Dude, I hope I can talk about this, but man, one of the best times we hung out over at Shawn's, I went over and like you were making some moon rocks, dude, and you had this like whole setup, and I remember we got so
Moon
big.
rocks.
Ooh, baby.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we did that. Yeah, that,
Yeah.
that's
Moon
how I made
rocks
a
are
bunch of
fun.
those. What's up?
Moon rocks are fun.
I just
agree.
couldn't get over like they were homemade. I was like, no, dude, this is like I feel like I'm a
This is the
connoisseur right
best.
now. Like this is some like
I'm feeling
handcrafted.
fancy.
Like before my eyes, like some artisanal moon rocks right here.
Uh, Yeah, that was cool.
Tom's like A1 treatment.
The good old days.
No, it was. That's what Hefe does. The A1 treatment. I told
See,
you.
that's where we need to go to Jefe's.
Yeah.
Got to go to El Jefe and get El Stoned.
Yep.
Get that
Basically,
A1
that's all I got.
Oh, we have a
That's all I
restaurant
got.
in Chicago called that. Hold on.
Elstone.
I think El Jefe.
I'll have it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I gotta like credit where it's from. Like I stole it from Chef, because like he's like the food truck. They named it like El Jefe or something, and yeah, I don't know. Just started calling people Jeff Jefe after I watched
There you
Chef, which is also a dope high
I
movie.
mean, that's what I
If
call your
you
uncle.
want to watch it, John Favreau can't beat him. But be warned, have good food on deck because it's gonna make you so hungry that you're gonna
I
need to
mean,
eat something
I don't have a
delicious.
problem with that. Clearly,
Just fair warning. I watched it one time when I didn't have any good food, and I was like really sad because all the food in the movie is so
I got
delicious.
salsa too.
Oh man, Amanda, stop!
Yeah, I'm excited for my King Taco inside.
He's
I don't know if you guys, I know Nikki and Ashley haven't, but I don't know if Brianna's
Oh
ever
man,
had King Taco or not. King Taco
Uh,
is like,
Taco.
they're so good. They're only like LA and there's a few out here, but
I'm about to order from a food truck, and it's called the Little Burrito or the Big Burrito.
Ooh.
I can't remember. But they got these El Pastor tacos that are like, oh, melt your face off. So good.
We have a place called El Taconazo.
Is it good?
I've never been there, but it sounds good.
The bomb.
I used to live like a block away from this Mexican restaurant called La Taqueria Hacienda, and they had the most
Oh.
amazing freaking chicken enchiladas. Oh man, I like dream about them still. I need to go back home and get some.
There you
King
go.
Taco. Now I want to go to King Taco.
Luis knows about it. It's so good. Oh my
Share.
God.
All right.
What am I sharing?
Um,
Tacos?
what's next? Do we have any more topics, you guys? Anything you just want to talk about?
Yeah, we just
Anything?
had those random donor stuff.
Anything
So
anybody wants to shout out? I do want to shout out. If you haven't hit that like button yet, be sure
Do
to
it.
smash it, and be sure
it.
to
Hit it.
subscribe, and be sure to share the
Yes.
video with anybody you think might be of interest.
There you
Any
go.
Smash
any
it.
cool ass people, cool ass crips in your life, you think like, hey, they might find this video cool or helpful. Share it. Don't hesitate, because we appreciate all the love. And Shawn works really effing hard to get this together every week and produce all this magic. We just get to show up and
Shawn's
let
the
friends.
best.
So support Shawn, support Live to Roll. Go buy some merch. Go buy your family some merch. And yeah,
You know they want it.
oh, I know
You
you
know they
guys
want
want
the
it.
merch.
yeah, yeah,
It's right here.
All right, thanks, Tom. Always
Dude,
good.
look how good it makes me look. I mean, I'm just saying, it's not all this.
The green is
It's
just.
the shirt. It's the
Damn.
Live to Roll shirt. You know, like it just makes it happen.
I'm
Huh?
actually trying to come up with a couple new shirt designs too and get some new stuff made. So I'm even
Dude,
open
you
to some
got the
ideas from
lady.
artists out there, some disability artists. If you guys got some
Dope.
different ideas, send them
Disabled
over.
artists for the win. There aren't enough.
Yeah, we're all about the
Well, there
disabled
probably
artists.
are, but
Yo, bye, Luis. From Uruguay, we appreciate you joining us from super far away, man. You're awesome.
And he mentioned
Yeah.
he was
Super
a
far
C4
away.
C5 quad. I think somebody asked earlier.
Yeah, I asked him, and he said he was C4, C5.
Yeah. So
Yo, dude, represent the quad squad in Uruguay, man.
yeah. That's
Damn. So, dude, that is what we have to do in Live to Roll is like do a year-long travel podcast where we do like an interview with a different quad
dang.
from a different part of the world and just do a 1 year long like world tour. Shawn, let's go.
Dude,
We're
Dang.
planning it. I figured this out. I'm
Alright.
already funding. We're figuring it out.
He's
Yeah,
already
that's what
on the
we'll have
trip.
to
He's
figure
got
that
It's
out.
already there.
he's got one wheel out the door. He's ready.
Oh, we're gonna have a budget to fly out some guests. So yeah.
Tom said, I'll do the traveling. You just do the show.
Just do the show. We'll help
Yeah,
with it. We'll
yeah.
help with the traveling.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Got you,
It-
Shawn.
I'm down with the travel. That sounds fun. I can't wait to get
Yeah,
back
no,
to doing some travel.
I'm definitely
so
down.
I'm coming.
That's what I don't know. I'm hoping that they clear because I got my second vaccination shot, so I think it's like 2 weeks after you're fully supposed to be like,
Yeah.
Something
good.
like that.
So I got till like Friday, and then I'm good. 'Cause that's my 2 weeks.
Yep.
So
And Sean's just gonna be wilding out.
Same.
Same.
Friday or
Same.
Thursday? I don't know.
Thursday for us.
It wasn't even that arm. It was this arm, but whatever.
Yo,
You
late
guys
shout
are
out
like
to
one
Base
day.
of Spades.
We did ours like almost the same day, or like one day off of each other. you
Base
guys.
of
So-
Spades.
Oh yeah, what's it? Base of Spades.
The
Base of Spades is a smoker.
Yeah,
He's
the
always
song
in
stuck
there.
in my head.
Let's go.
Yeah, man, we've just been chiefing and chilling, celebrating
So
the
what-
holiday.
What I'm gonna do
That's what I'm
real
gonna call
quick,
it from now on.
just to shout these out because I don't really want to do the whole questions thing. I'm gonna,
Yeah.
some of our other movies
That
we
was a good
had
job.
that were on the top 10. I'm just gonna throw these up for a second. Were Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Bill and Ted.
That was like which they don't actually smoke in the movie, but they are definitely stoners.
But
so.
you know they are.
And then of course Friday. I mean, kind of has to be in there. It's like a
Friday's
pretty
the
classic.
Damn!
Yeah.
Friday, next Friday,
And
and Friday
bye,
after
Felicia.
next.
Like,
I
you
know.
can't forget bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
And then we
Bye,
got
Felicia. Can go.
and I think the fifth to your guys' questions was how high was the other
Yep.
how high is also
classic.
that that's a I mean
How
that's
high are you?
hilarious.
That's what your dad said. He says hi.
And
to us.
then
He goes, how
I
high?
came up with 3 bonus questions because I thought these needed to be in or mentioned. Was of course this was on all the top 10s, Cheech and
Cheech and
Chong,
Chong.
all the movies, but like classic stoner duo. And then I had to, like I said before, shout out motherfucker Super Troopers because Super Troopers is so good. Somebody threw
The
out in the
ultimate.
chat that they were gonna go watch it. And yeah, you should go watch it because it's awesome. And then last, and this is actually on a bunch of the stoner lists and top 1 on Rolling Stones, and it's an awesome movie. I never think of it as a stoner movie, but it's called True Romance, written by Quentin Tarantino, directed by directed by Tony Scott. There you go. Sorry, I forgot for a second. And it's a really good movie. It's got Brad Pitt living on a couch as a super stoner in it. It's good.
Well, and
So,
Brad Pitt
those are
for
my
years.
like
probably still does.
early years, like early years.
Shout out Thelma and Louise.
Chris
That's my
Walken in it.
favorite
It's a great
Brad
movie.
Pitt,
What's that?
cameo. Thelma and Louise. That's
With his
like the
rich
earliest
jeans
Brad Pitt like cameo I
hat.
can think of.
Mm.
Which is also a dope movie,
haven't
by the
seen
way.
that in
Thelma
so
and
long.
Louise.
Don't they get high in Thelma and Louise? At like one point,
I
don't they
know.
smoke a joint like in the hotel room?
They drink some wild turkey and they smoke some cigarettes, but I don't think they do
Oh,
marijuana.
okay. It was cigarettes. Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't
But
seen it in a while, so I thought
Thelma and
maybe
Louise is
it was a
one of my
joint.
favorite stories. I did like I was used to be like big into film, and I took some film classes, and we studied like that script one time. Just really like in depth, a lot of like cool like quotes and stuff in there, and just a couple badass ladies. Can't go wrong with that.
You know what? I love music when I'm.
Dude, thank you for saying that because I meant to say it earlier.
Yeah.
I'm a big music listener when I'm I just want to chill and get baked.
Put on some Kid Cudi while you're really, really stoned. I'm just.
There you go, Amanda. You just said it.
I love everything. I love Polo G. J.I. Prince of New
Hey.
York.
You know what I also like to do when I'm chilling and getting stoned at the end of the day is put on some Live to Roll podcasts and listen to some awesome commentary from some really cool people.
And actually, on that note, I'm actually trying right now to set up the accounts to actually set it up as a podcast so people can just listen if they want and they don't want to see our faces. But or if you're just driving, on the road, things like that. Sometimes it's easier for podcasts. So I'm working on getting
Right.
all these and the women's shows up.
We haven't gotten bought out exclusively by Spotify or anybody like that yet, but offers pending out there. Just FYI, anybody who wants to offer us a bunch of dough. Just kidding.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
Marla says
we'll get some sponsors for the travel show. Let's do
I was
that.
gonna say, check back 2022. Let's roll. We're gonna be doing big things.
my dog said do it, so
Big
I think
things
it's
with
gonna
big
happen.
I think
people.
that'd be amazing.
I actually
do
did
it?
think about because
Yeah.
I did the LA Abilities Expo like right before everything shut down in February of 2020
Yeah,
last
that's the one we
like
were
right
at.
before, which is where we met. Yeah, and did that. I wouldn't mind traveling. Like I saw Chicago is actually the first live one they're doing. I think again. I thought
Hey,
about
shout
trying
out
to
to
go,
Chi-Town.
but I just didn't have it going yet. So
Abilities Expo. When is
But
that? Oh,
maybe
I'm
next
sorry.
year though, come for a visit.
It's a big thing full of all the accessible things ever.
Yes, Abilities Expo is
It's like
awesome.
a convention full of there's wheelchair makers, there's bands, there's
Oh, wow.
like dance
The,
groups and
the whole
singers
disability
and like all
world in
kinds of
one
stuff.
building.
There's endless things. There's couches, there's
Endless,
stands,
yeah.
there's products, endless
Yeah.
things, rows and rows of things. And like there's a bunch of people in the community and their families, and we just all hang out, go to each other booths,
Yep.
support each other.
And most
Walk past
importantly,
and yay!
ton of information.
I love the Abilities Expo. I miss it
Ton
so
of
much.
informational booths.
It
You
was
know, like it's
very
all about
crowded.
knowing
That
about
was
the
the
right
beginning
stuff
of COVID. That was so
and knowing
bad.
what's out there. And the Abilities Expo can give you a really good, like, broad brush of everything you might need. So check it
It's
out.
so good.
Yeah, no, it's an awesome event. It's definitely worth seeing for especially newly injured, but I've talked to people that have been like 20 years post injury, never gone, and were just blown away when they got to see everything.
That was me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing that I loved
Yeah,
about it
I
most
was
is
blown
because
away.
Right? Yeah, there's a really
I was just gonna say it's like cool technology. It just is the coolest technology there.
Gimpapalooza.
Pretty much.
thanks,
Yeah.
Luis. But yeah, that's
That's
I guess.
so it's Gimpapalooza.
Yo, shout out Luis.
Luis
Luis
is the
has been a
man.
guest a couple times, and he's the man. And Ben, you're the man too, bro.
Facts.
Miss
Yeah.
Tipton.
Yeah, Ben's awesome. Ben was actually the first person ever to do a super chat donation to me a few months ago, and I didn't even realize it happened. So I gotta shout that out, Ben, because yeah.
Oh,
I was gonna ask you, Shawn, was that something that you set up, or is that that can happen every?
It's always set
show?
up. Anybody can do it at any time, but it just people don't usually as much. So,
I didn't. I mean, I'm always on YouTube, and I didn't even know it was a thing
and
until
then
it happened.
during that my live little stream, another buddy of mine started it, and like that was I don't know, but that's super cool. Thank
Yeah, that
everybody
helps a
anyways
lot.
for that again.
That's way amazing.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I like it.
But yeah. And I should have used my auto earlier too. I meant to. You did yours though on camera, Tom, but I did use my auto earlier
These are pre-made.
for my bull. So
That's your brother.
they rolled the blunt.
Yeah.
no, we got it.
I
We
did the
got
auto
it.
for my which I don't know why they didn't use that for the blunt, but I did it for my bull. So
Yeah, and
which is also
honestly,
good.
the best way to learn the most about it is to go check out the video that Shawn just uploaded, unboxing it and showing how it works. Go and give it a like and a view, and
and
get
check out the
yourself
website too,
auto
auto.
awesome
and
products.
use-
Yeah,
Do you guys have a discount code for them or not, or just Invincible? Alice?
For
Invincible, I have one. And
Yeah.
I have. Why do I have one? I have another one.
I'll
I
make
don't
sure-
remember.
You
we
guys
have one
to
for
message me.
auto. I know that.
Okay, you do have one for
I
auto.
have a few,
Message
and
me
I
those
don't
codes afterwards so I can put them in
remember
the description.
I have a date.
I'm actually gonna have to hop off right now, you guys. So
No
I'm so
worries.
happy that I got to come on and join and smoke and hang out with you guys. Thank you, everybody in the chat. And like Tom said, like and comment, subscribe. We all appreciate it so much. It helps the community. It helps us reach more people. And so that's our goal. And so we love touching other people's life and helping them through this journey and being able to be there for them and offer them different information. So make sure to keep coming back and supporting us and checking out the show and our merch and all that good stuff.
And Brianna's.
happy 420, Brianna. Thanks for being awesome, and thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
If
Happy
you guys
420,
haven't checked
everybody.
that out,
Oh,
go
see?
watch the women's show. very awesome.
Yes, we love
Nikki
your
and
guys'
Ashley
support.
also. And it's like so freaking cool.
Yo,
And
Base
it's
of Spades,
awesome
shout
to
out,
have a
just
space for ladies.
did a super chat for $4.20, 420. That's
Oh,
dope. Thank
super
you.
dope. That's
Shout
way
out. Base of
amazing.
Spades,
Yeah,
super awesome.
dude.
Thank you.
Dates are so awesome.
Hell yeah. Thank you guys.
Yeah, baby.
All right, bye, guys.
Awesome. Bye, Brianna.
Bye,
See you
Brianna.
later. Oh,
Bye.
but all right, we can start wrapping up too if you guys want. It's up to you. Let me.
Yeah, I'm getting a little stiff.
I
My back
gotta, I
is
gotta
starting
get,
to hurt.
I gotta get some tacos, or else I'm
I
gonna go
know.
I gotta
crazy.
get. It's Taco Tuesday. I'm telling
Yeah.
you.
I
420
was
on
supposed
Taco
to make
Tuesday.
dinner,
It was
and my dad made it, so I'm stoked. It's already ready.
Yay.
Thank you, Dad. We appreciate you.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm
Love
hot.
you.
Dad,
Yeah,
love you.
We appreciate the
Dad,
dinner making. See you, we
dads are the best,
Like
especially dads that cook. You know, like my dad cooked all
Right?
our life,
My dad
and like he's the most amazing cook. Like, like nothing against my mama, she's just not the best cook. But
Oh.
hey, she knows it. And
Honestly, some people just they
it's
can't.
nothing against her.
It just doesn't
It's
come.
nothing against her. You know, some people
Yeah.
just have the knack. Some people don't.
Ah,
But I always like to see like a dad or like a guy in the kitchen just because it like beats that stereotype.
Yeah.
Guys can cook. Dads can cook.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Tom can cook. So we're gonna try to get some cooking stuff with Tom going here too on the channel.
Yeah.
Let's do
Tom.
we'll do a gimpy cooking
What
show.
what we're gonna do is we're gonna
We're
go
doing
be
cooking.
live in the studio with like a hot plate and a griddle, and we're gonna be like doing it live, and it's gonna be
Oh
crazy.
my god. That would be
We're gonna make
amazing.
some tacos, and we're gonna show you how you can eat a taco as a quad. It's pretty legit.
I like it.
Sounds
I like it.
awesome. Let's do it. Yeah.
I like it.
What do you guys think? Should we wrap it up, or you guys want to smoke again, or what? What do you guys? Who's got to
Let's all
go?
take one more hit and then wrap it up.
All right.
yeah, I'm done.
Okay, might take me a second to pack my bong again. I got it chopped though already. I chopped enough.
That's okay. We'll just call you a slowpoke and leave it at that. Kidding.
I haven't tried.
Actually, I think I
Come
do
on,
have a
you-
vape pen
What's
somewhere.
your all music choices?
No, man, we're good.
Music.
Music.
Music choice. Alice likes
Um,
to listen to
I'm
it.
about to
It
do
changes
something, and
daily.
don't
Yeah.
judge me.
Some
people.
days it'll be reggae all day,
There's a
and
trash
some
can
days
right
it'll
there.
be country all day, and then the next day it'll be rap. Or
yeah, I
something.
love reggae. Can't go wrong. Like rest in peace, MF Doom. Like I love me some '90s hip hop, kind of hip hop head.
Yeah.
Like gosh, like smoke a fat blunt and like vibe out to some Biggie and some Pac. Can't go wrong
I'm a
with
huge
that.
Sublime fan. Always have been.
Yeah.
I love like NWA, Ice
Fuck
Cube.
police.
Like love the OGs. I love a lot of classical music. Like you give me some Bach and some Mozart, like all day, any day. Let's go. I love like little like Vivaldi, something like that. And then yeah, anything and everything. Like I recently started to open
Whatever
up
I
my
vibe with
mind.
that day.
Yeah, like I recently opened my mind to some country music, which honestly I never thought I would. But you just had
But
to.
it's catchy though.
Some of it is
It's
really
catchy.
catchy.
It's catchy. It's
Yeah.
catchy. It's not all of
You're
it.
like,
I'm pretty picky.
I will forever be a Britney Jean Spears fan.
that's true.
Free Britney here and now and
Aw.
Yeah.
forever.
I used to.
I'm all about the
I still love her.
It's on my Spotify.
Oh yeah. I listen
shout
to her
out.
every day.
Anytime
by
I think
morning
of Britney
four.
Spears,
It's Brittany.
my brother was like the biggest like secret Backstreet Boys fan that I love to remind him of.
Aw.
And whenever I think of Britney, I just think of Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. So shout out those. I love me some like
Yeah.
classic rock. Like give me a little Credence. Give me a little maybe CDC.
Oh, ACDC
Do
for sure.
something,
Queen.
some metal, some Queen. Oh yeah.
Queen's amazing. What about
But
you,
I
Ashley?
yeah.
Give me some good R&B.
R&B.
All right.
And Justin Bieber. For you.
Oh yeah.
I do
Sometimes
have
I have
some
to
Bieber
tell
on my
her,
playlist. I'm not
slow
even gonna
down
lie to you.
because
I was just talking about them the other day. My favorite R&B group, Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Hell yeah.
Love
Yeah, I
these
love
guys. And
I
then,
love
yo, you said
Motown.
it
I'm a
earlier.
huge fan of Motown.
That's the other one I was gonna say.
I love Kid Cudi. I'm not the biggest fan of the person Kanye West, but I am a massive fan of the producer
Right?
and
Like,
musician Kanye West.
so torn.
I wasn't like really into the whole MAGA thing, and I wasn't a huge fan of the last album, just because it was a little gospel-y for my taste. And don't get me wrong, I love some gospel, just apparently not hip hop gospel. It's got to be like real gospel. Um, and yeah, but gosh, man, I love like really cool beats, really cool producers. I like a lot of hip hop.
That's adorable.
And you know, like
Whatever.
give me top pop 40. Like I'll like bump it to some beebs. Like
Pump that top
I
40 from the
I
90s.
you know like
today.
I hate to say it, you know, but like all that like all like the weekend, like all that stuff. I wouldn't really go out of my way to listen to it, but if it's on the radio, like I'll be vibing. I'll be bobbing my head. Like I'll have the lyrics stuck in my head like for far too long afterwards because they're so goddamn catchy. But the Killers, love the Killers. Um, yeah.
you got a good lineup. I like it.
I like
But
it.
if you look at my Spotify, like, oh man, I got
It's
a
all
ton
over
of
the
stuff.
place. Yeah.
A thousand
Yeah,
other
same.
things I didn't say. And you know that's it. Like I love lady artists, I love artists, I love groups of like, you know, like I love metal, I like, you know, classical, I like it all.
I like it
Yeah, I
all.
listen to a pretty mix of everything. I grew up in high school being a little punk kid though, like Dickies and Converse and punk shows on the weekends and like,
Shout out Bloodhound Gang. You know, I love me so much Bloodhound Gang. I like, you know, just like the funny kind of music too. I used to listen to that stuff all the time when I was in high school and stuff.
you like funny music and rap. Do you like Lil Dicky? And have you seen his show
Yeah,
Dave on
I haven't seen Dave, but Lil Dicky is great.
Dave
I
is a
think
really good show, but Lil Dicky
I forget the name of it, but that 10-minute long rap song where he like is having a conversation with his own brain and his little brain is rapping and stuff.
that
It's
song
my
is
favorite thing.
hilarious, dude.
I watched it a million times, and it's so smart and it's so creative. It's like it's awesome.
It really is. It's
Like,
really good.
hilarious, dude.
But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to shout that out for funny stuff, and it's good. But
Yeah, you know my favorite artist. Like I love Logic. He's probably been one of my guys lately. There's some weird stuff. Like, if anybody out there listens to MF Doom, who recently passed away, he's like my number one MC / producer.
my mom claims grandma and her are smoking. I don't believe them,
I don't believe it.
Donna,
I don't believe it. Doug.
yeah, dude, I bet they
She said
are.
she's
but
just
Ben's
kidding,
took a
but
mega hit.
They're so cool.
I think you should give her some.
Well, Velma, oh my God, Velma! I can't imagine Velma getting baked.
Tom McDonald.
That's so awesome.
Uh,
All right, is your
the day
bong
to
ready?
partake, man. It's the day.
He did it already. So.
All right.
She just
Right on. I threw up some of Ken's metal bands and stuff too, which I was down for. And Tom and Golf.
I just saw Pantera. Pantera's dope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pantera is awesome. But
Tool is like one of my old favorites too. Tool is awesome.
Tool's cool.
what do I listen to?
I
I
like their
listen to metal
psychedelic
too. I'm a
albums.
metalhead.
My brother Jeff has a random picks, so next time you're over, Tom, and he's around.
Sounds good.
He's got like the deep list, but they're actually some of them are pretty good.
So, what's your guys' favorite concert you've ever been to? That's probably like my favorite place to be baked is a concert. But what's your favorite concert you've ever been to?
Ooh, I went to a concert to a band called Revolution.
Dude, one of my favorites.
Oh,
Revolution is awesome.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I got
saw
to
them
meet.
twice. They were
I used
amazing.
to do like cinematography And me and my dad got hired to film a music festival, and who was performing? Revolution. So I got to like film their performance, and then we got to like hang out with them afterwards and stuff. Like my dad smoked a J with them. It was crazy. But Revolution is awesome.
Yeah.
Slightly Stupid, Collie Buds. There's some
Well,
like really cool
Sublime
reggae
is
artists.
It was
Sublime is
both times
Mochi.
in small venues too. It was nice. It was beautiful.
That's like the best
That
concert
sounds like
to
a
go
good
at too.
concert.
Pepper is also really good to see live.
Yeah, my favorite concert was probably I took my mom for her birthday a couple years ago to go see the San Francisco Philharmonic. Like they performed Vivaldi's Four Seasons, and we like dressed up and like she like wore a fancy dress. I like wore a suit. Like we went out like hit the town and stuff, and it was pretty awesome. And the show, like they had this like cello from the 1600s that this like woman was performing on, and it was like crazy sounding. It was really cool. Like it was the first time I like really felt like really like super emotional for music without lyrics. So it was pretty weird, but it was pretty cool. I recommend a dope ass
That's
classical
always cool when you
concert.
get the goosebumps and the rush and that's
Yeah.
always cool.
That's actually so one. I went to a ton of punk shows, and I like went to a lot of great ones. But one of the best live performances I've ever seen was a show I went to with my mom actually when I was in Ohio, because I wanted to see him. It was Dave Matthews Band. They were playing out there, and I was with my mom. They couldn't smoke, and everybody was passing joints all around me and stuff. And, it was an awesome concert though, but like they just put on a really good, like a really cool show. Like it was really cool. So it's yeah. I heard they were great live, and I'm a fan of Grateful Dead, and somebody that's a really big fan of Grateful Dead said you should see them live too. Like it's just kind of like it's just something cool, like the concert vibe of it, and
They put on a good show too.
really really cool.
So I've actually met and talked with Dave Grohl, but I've never seen the Foo Fighters live.
I've never
That's one
seen
of
them
my
live, but I would die to see Dave Grohl
Yeah,
fucking
no,
rip it
We
on
had a
guitar.
whole ass
dude.
conversation.
He's
So-
a really nice guy, and I have his signature up on my wall, and I've still yet to see them live, and I'm just like,
Did he help put your wheelchair in the car?
Yeah, he helped
Yeah.
put my wheelchair in the car.
That's awesome.
He's such a jerk.
So he
So
I actually not my grandma that's watching, my grandma Velma, my grandma that passed away on my dad's side. She actually went to high school and is one of Dave Grohl's mom's best friends. See each other like every few years. She would come out and visit and go to the house and stuff. And like she sent me pictures of like his records because she had them at his house or her house. I always wanted to meet him, but I never got the chance to or anything. But
he's
that's just
pretty cool.
He's so nice.
Yeah, dude, Everlong is probably like the greatest song ever written and recorded.
Well, it is called Everlong, so
Yeah,
But,
I mean,
that was the
You know-
dumbest joke. I'm sorry.
I love dumb jokes. Yeah, no, Foo Fighters are definitely top of the list.
Yeah.
I really like this. She's a busker from Australia. But she got really popular the last couple of years. Her name is Tosh Sultana, and she just like she does music like she loops and stuff on her guitar with like pedals and like a drum pad, and it's all her. So she's just a busker. But dude, she makes the dopest music, and it's just like
that's like
amazing.
Katie
Like,
Tunstall. Do you remember her?
Yeah.
yeah,
Katie
yeah,
Tunstall.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was cool.
same thing. Yeah.
Same kind of thing where she did all her
yeah.
music, all the.
Mark Ribier, he's another guy that does that too. I love that where like you just start with nothing and you make like a random ass song like out of whatever, and it's just cool. Like it's cool to see that like happen.
I can't do that.
No, me neither. I can neither draw
It's like-
nor do music, but
Ramstein and Tara.
I enjoy them both a lot.
That first concert.
My first concert
was
was-
Avenged Sevenfold.
Oh, Avenged Sevenfold. Mine was
I'm a metalhead.
mine was Dawkins, YNT, and Whitesnake.
Nice.
mine was Social Distortion.
Ooh, that's another good
Hanson.
one. Hanson.
What?
No,
Nice.
Well, I only started going to concerts when I was older, so. My mom wouldn't be
The
caught.
first time I ever got drunk was at a Coldplay concert. That's a good story.
Oh,
You know who
Hey.
was horrible in concert?
Who?
Kid Cudi.
Oh, don't say that.
Dang.
He was really bad.
Oh, I'm
I
sad.
believe
Yeah.
it though. He's got kind of a flat
I know. I was so sad.
most of the time. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and that's just like how that's his style of music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right.
You
Me
should
and my
just do it like
friends
spoken
went.
words.
Yeah. It was sad.
That's always
Again, it was a
disappointing.
small venue. I know. It was really good. Logic. I saw him
Logic?
live. He was really good.
That's cool.
Oh, that's good.
Logic is cool.
So
I've never
I was
seen him.
kind of stoned, but now it came back to me. Easily the best concert I've ever been to, and I saw them twice. Dixie Chicks.
Yeah.
Nice.
They're just as good live as
If
they
not-
are.
You know who
if
I
not
would
better.
see live that's country, but she's probably the only one? Carrie Underwood.
She's good live, I hear.
Just
Because
because, like,
she can
I feel like
sing.
she's like badass,
She
and I used to
actually
watch her on
sing.
American Idol, so you know, like, at least I had
I
that.
I
want
would
her and the
choose
Dixie
Country
Chicks to do a tour.
Festival. Fake.
Ooh.
There you go.
Festival. Fake. Tell them about that. Fake. Because I got
Tell 'em,
free
do it.
tickets and he was mad at me. I don't even like country music, but I went because I know I like country music. And she went. I got free tickets.
Evil.
That was fun.
Who did you see?
Yeah, my bad.
Nice,
Dang,
dude.
if you
Louise,
didn't wanna-
Peter
if you didn't want to
Frampton
talk
at
to
the
them
camp.
anymore, you could
I-
have
That's
done
sad.
I tried to
Thank
click the dismiss button on that one, and
Right.
it clicked. My bad.
Could have said bye.
You know
Yeah.
you're a stoner if you're a quadriplegic, and you can hold your bong and your lighter in one hand.
Yeah.
That is-
Dang.
That's my joke for the day.
I can't do the lighter, but I
Doing
can do
it.
my bong. Tino Desis. Got a pretty good.
That's what we did,
Doing
baby.
it.
All right, are we ready to smoke this last hit?
Oh, I already took a hit. We're doing another one.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Let's do one more.
I still got some.
Where have I been?
I'll just hit the vape pen for now, because.
I still got some.
hold up, go. Wait, this is a different right now.
There's a turch.
It's a turch.
It's a tarantula. I don't like why they're called tarantulas. So I'm arachnophobic. I don't do spiders.
Okay, put a fork in me. I'm done.
Are you done?
Are you done?
Are you done? Oh, wow. How
yeah.
many times are we gonna say it?
Until I so,
Are you
until I
done? Are you
sober
done?
up.
Are you done? Are you done?
Until I sober up in a little while.
See, if you watch my story in like an hour, I'll probably take another fat rip.
Yeah.
All right. Louise asked if anybody has ever
They watch
moshed
my stories.
in,
Because I love them.
in their chair.
I have not.
I have.
The feeling is neutral.
The feeling is
And,
neutral.
I have at a Dead Kennedys concert.
Ooh.
And it was wild. And I was only in it
I
for
bet.
a moment, kind of inadvertently, but I felt a part of it, and I got slammed with a body, and he did not like my electric wheelchair. But I was all good.
Ken washed in his chair too.
Like
Ken's a buddy we've had on the show
angry
too.
people.
Yeah, no, I was at this
I
festival. It was a
I have
music
moshed
festival.
in my chair.
And dude,
Yes.
this Dead Kennedys concert just popped up around me. I was like, what is happening? And people started like mosh and slam into each other. And it was like right where I was sitting. So I got caught up into it for a minute. And I was like, all right, this is cool. And then someone took me out and I was like, I gotta escape.
My friend went into that Avenged Sevenfold mosh pit, and that was not smart. She was like 100 pounds,
Yeah.
and she got clocked, and she's like, I have to go home. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I bet. I
Those
don't know
kind of
why you
mosh
were
pits
down
get kind of aggressive. The like more
Like-
metal, a little bit rough.
Oh, you can feel it though, the energy, baby.
Oh,
like-
it's-
You want to go down there and start punching people, but don't. Just don't. Just
yeah,
don't.
no, I used to
If you're
like,
small, don't.
yeah. In the chair, I'm not
Like
down.
most
I
of
don't
us,
have
no.
enough control. No
All
core
my
control.
concerts were and without the chair.
What's that?
All the
We've got
concerts
some
I've been
kick-ass
to
seats.
were when I was magically walking.
Magically.
Well, some perks to being a Crip and going to concerts. You can sneak in alcohol pretty easy. You can sneak
You
in weed
can,
pretty
right? In that
easy.
little
Ooh,
pocket.
I sneaked
Uh,
in marijuana into a museum.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes. See?
There you go.
And also
It's so
primo
good.
seating at an affordable rate. You get pretty good seating for like the Crip seating is always top tier. And the venues
There's a trick we
usually
did
take good care of you.
Yeah.
to get Dixie Chicks concerts.
Oh.
We just bought the first ones that were available, and then we called them and said, "So wheelchair problem," and then we got better seats and some money back. So that was cool. Like,
I went to the Hollywood Bowl to see the LA Philharmonic with a couple buddies, and we just bought regular tickets and they weren't accessible. Dude, they upgraded us to like the best. Like we were like
they
at
will.
the stage. Like we were next to this old man who was like weeping at the music, and I felt his emotions. It was some magical shit.
You need to go.
Nice.
But yeah, no, a lot of venues are super awesome at hooking it up.
Yeah.
They usually take care of you, even if you buy the wrong kind of tickets. Like usually at the
Yeah.
like book call, they'll always
Yeah.
like,
Sometimes we do it on purpose, and then we just
Yeah.
call.
yeah,
Oh, I like it.
exactly.
Well,
Yeah. The only
All
time
right.
like
Well,
sometimes
you know,
like the
like-
bigger.
There's no disabled seating
What?
available. Bullshit.
I saw. Oh, this is gonna tip my gay meter. But I saw Melissa Etheridge. I saw Melissa Etheridge, and I got like seating upstairs for like $75. And I was like, I'm not gonna be able to go up all those stairs, and so I got the third row.
She did. They upgraded her.
And it was like the gayest, most proudest moment of my life, just to be like that close to Melissa.
My favorite
I'm
concert
so
adventure.
gay. I was close to Melissa.
My favorite concert adventure was to the Fillmore in San Francisco. I went with my family to see this band called Robert Randolph and the Family Band, and it was this like church
Oh, yeah,
family
yeah.
group from the New Orleans, and they're unreal. Like the main guy, Robert Randolph, he plays the slide guitar. It's so awesome. But this
I
theater
know
is
a lot
like
about him.
60 years old or even more, like even older now. And they had the smallest, worst elevator I've ever seen. And I mean, I squeezed into this sucker and I was like tight in, and it started to lift me up, and it was going so slow, and it was creaking. And the
You're like,
bouncer
this
was
is where
like,
I die. This
the
is it.
bouncer was like, he was like, if this breaks, he was like, if this breaks, he was like, I got you, man. He's like, we'll figure it out. I'm like, all right, dude. But it was like this experience in this like old theater with like the balcony seating and stuff. It was just so awesome. It was like a really cool concert. And it was an adventure getting in there with the
I like
wheelchair,
cool
which
venues.
I always like love the crazy adventures.
I do too.
Definitely.
I do too.
All right, party people.
Party
anything else,
people.
Thanks for
Uh,
being here.
Ken
Thanks
said
for
when he
joining
went in
our
the
smoke
pit, he had
sesh.
friends helping him keep him upright.
Yeah, dude. Everybody who stuck around, the 9 who are left, you guys are the real ones. We love you guys.
Yeah,
Shout
thanks,
out
everyone.
Donna and Velma for being the coolest mom grandma combo out there right now. Because you guys are killing the game. And yo, most of all, thank you to our awesome guests, Alice, Amanda, Nikki, and Ashley. You guys are great. Thanks for joining us.
Brianna too from
And
earlier.
Brianna.
Thanks,
Sorry, Brianna. You're had to leave us early.
I'll do this for her. Just be like, woo!
There you go. Yeah. So thanks for watching, everybody, and we're back, every Tuesday with live shows. And
Back next Tuesday, sober and ready to go.
so we'll have a less high show next week.
I hope you guys
Or will-
enjoyed High Tom because he's gonna go away for a long time. At least on camera.
Oh,
We'll just
man.
be
Thanks for
secretly
funny.
stoned.
Yeah, that's cool.
He's gonna do it not on camera.
Oh yeah, but yeah, thank you everybody for watching, and also every first and third Thursday of the month, the women's show with Brianna hosting. So check that out, guys. And yeah, thanks everybody for joining. Whoops, I was trying to. There we go. Yeah,
Bye, everybody.
420.
nice.
Peace and
Be nice.
love.
See you next week. Or